Hey everyone, ready to see what happens next in our story? Well then, let's get into it, shall we? Chapter 12. He told you to buckle up. Yami versus Raphael. Abby's POV. Duke's car zooms across the desert, flying over rocks. Let's go, Duke, Joey exclaimed. Yeah, faster, Tristan exclaimed. They were enjoying life too much. Me, on the other hand, was hanging to my seat for dear life. How about no? I exclaimed. Hang on, Duke exclaimed. I automatically buckled my seatbelt and I prayed to Jesus. Duke shifted up and floored it, and the convertible took to the air again. We're going to die, I exclaimed. We landed on the ground. Are you guys still in one piece? Duke asked. Barely, I said. I looked to see that Tristan was gone. Duke? I asked. Yeah? Duke asked. I think we lost Joey and Tristan, I said. Duke sighed. I told them to buckle up, Duke said. Duke searched the desert behind him with binoculars. Joey and Tristan were running towards the car, looking a little raged. He told you to buckle up, I exclaimed. Third POV. Meanwhile, Raphael waits for the Pharaoh, thinking it will be the Pharaoh's final duel. Aquila's POV. We got on the mesa opposite. You ready? I asked. Let's do this, Yami exclaimed. He rode the horse down the steep walls of the mesa. We dismounted and we walked across the suspension bridge towards Raphael. Nice rodeo tricks, but that's not going to save you, Pharaoh. Ah, I see you brought your knife, Raphael said. Aquila, stay close, Yami said. Right, I said. We were walking towards Raphael. You see, while my associates are satisfied with stealing the souls of your friends, I'm not, Raphael said. I kept my part of the bargain. Now you must release the professor, Yami said. He's already been set free, but since you came all this way, you might as well stay a while. Raphael flung off his cloak, then lifted a pair of axes and threw them towards Yami. Yami, look out! I exclaimed. They passed narrowly on either side of him and hit the posts of the suspension bridge, cutting the ropes so that the ladder falls, trapping us on the mesa with Raphael. Was that necessary? I asked. Yes, I need to capture the soul of the Pharaoh myself so I can save the world, Raphael said. Save the world? Don't you see that what you're doing is going to destroy the world? I asked. You're too blind to what's going on. The world is a dark and lonely place to live, poisoned by mankind. All I'm trying to do is fix what's been ruined by people like you. And I'll do it by locking the Pharaoh spirit away forever. The name's Raphael, and I called you here to duel, Raphael said. The sun rose beyond the mesa. You've given me no choice, but in the end, righteousness will prevail. Yami said. That's just what I'm hoping for, Raphael said. They activated the door disc and prepared to duel. Something seems different about this guy, Yugi thought. Yes, Raphael has some kind of hidden power, Yami thought. Like with me and Ice Princess, I thought. Raphael begins the duel by playing a magic card, Guardian Treasure. It allows him to draw 2 new cards and discard the 5 already in his hand. In addition, it allows him to draw 2 more cards every round. Yummy, you see what he's doing, right? I thought. Yes, I do, Akina. He's searching for the seal of Orichalcos, Yami thought. Then Raphael sets a monster in defense and 1 card face down and ends his turn. Well, Pharaoh, I've given you a head start. Since I played 2 cards, I have nothing left in my hand, Raphael said. He does have a point. He does have a point. If we attack him this turn, we'll get an early lead, Yugi thought. What if one of the face-down cards is a trap? I thought. It's a chance we have to take, Yami thought. Yami drew Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts, then played Polymerization to fuse Gazelle and perform it to form Chimera, the flying mythical beast, and used it to attack Raphael's defense monster. The monster, a huge blue demon, grabbed one of the horns on each of Chimera's 2 heads, and Raphael laughed. His backup Gardna has 22,000 defense points, more than enough to stop Chimera. Yami lost 100 points, and Raphael's defenses remain intact. Raphael draws 2 cards and plays the magic card Gravity Axe, which allows him to summon Guardian Grell. Then he equips Gravity Axe to Guardian Grell, increasing its attack by 500 points to 40,000. Raphael attacks Chimera with Guardian Grell, destroying it and reducing Yami's life points to 3,000. But Chimera's effect allows Baphomet to return to the field in attack mode. Oh, look, now you have a weaker monster. I got a deck full of guardian monsters, each one more powerful than the next, Raphael said. Not good, I said. Third POV. Back at the motor home, Professor Hawkins is still sound asleep. Taya thinks he's got the right idea, but Rebecca's busy doing research on the web with her laptop. She found a strange article about a cruise ship that sank about 12 years ago. A boy saved himself by swimming to an island where he spent 3 years all alone. According to the article, he did nothing but practice duel monsters until he was rescued, and his name was Raphael. It's the guy who's dueling Yugi. Rebecca jumped up to run off, but Taya grabs her arm, telling her to relax. Yugi can handle that guy. Akina's POV. You could never understand the connection I have with my cards, Raphael said. That is where you are mistaken. I also share a bond with my deck, trusting and respecting every one of my cards, Yami said. Raphael picked up his 2 master cards and shows them to Yami. His cards are almost worn out, Yugi thought. I've played them hundreds of times. Even though they're falling apart, I'll never replace them. I've sworn to protect them the way they've protected me, Raphael said. What do you mean by that? I asked. 12 years ago, these masters saved my life. When I was a kid, I was fooled into thinking that the world was a happy place. But then I discovered the truth. Nothing's fair, and no one gets what they deserve, Raphael said. That's sad to see the world that way, Raphael, I said. Life is sad, and the sooner you realize it, the better off you'll be. I used to have everything a kid could ever want, until one day, Raphael said. Third POV. In the flashback, a cruise ship moves across the ocean. Aboard are Raphael and his family having dinner. His little brother gives him a birthday present, a Guardian Heroes card. Little Raphael is thrilled. His little sister says he had to go to 18 stores before he found it. She tells him not to forget to make his birthday wish, but he says he already has everything he needs. Suddenly there's a rumble, and the table is shaking, spinning the plates. Little Raphael jumps up and runs from the dining room out onto the deck. Akila's POV. We were headed straight for a tidal wave, and there was no turning back, Raphael said. Third POV. The ship tosses in the huge waves, and little Raphael's brother and sister are swept away as he calls for them. He says that was the last time he saw his family. Little Raphael is washed up on the shore of an island. Raphael says his family made it onto a rescue boat, but he was left behind. Little Raphael, lying in the sand, looks up to see Guardian Heroes standing over him. But then the Guardian disappears. He jumps up, thinking his mind is playing tricks on him, and begins to run, searching for anyone else who might have ended up on the island. But soon he realizes he's alone. Weeping, he wonders who will watch over him now. Akina's POV. All I had were the clothes on my back and my Duel Masters cards. I knew I had two choices. Sit around and feel sorry for myself, or fatten up and move on, or toughen up and move on. If I wanted to survive, there was no time for weakness. I learned at a young age that the world was cold and lonely. I lost my childhood, but I gained an undying trust for the only family I had. My free Guardian cards, Raphael said. Third POV. Flashback shows young Raphael kneeling before his free cards as a sudden wind sweeps them away and drops them into the ocean. He dives in after them and retrieves them, drying them out by a fire. Raphael says those cards kept him strong and safe, and he owed it to them to save them. They shared a powerful bond. Guardian Heroes, Guardian Grell, and Guardian Kayest saw him through the hardest years of his life, and they continue to protect him. Akila's POV. But Raphael, if you truly respect your cards, why do you use them for evil? Yami asked. What you think it's evil, I look at as saving the planet from falling apart at the hands of people like you and your little friends. It's my destiny, Raphael said. Third POV. In the flashback, young Raphael runs up a hill on his island. Raphael says he'd always wondered, why me? And after 3 long years, he got his answer. Young Raphael sees another island rising from the ocean near his, with a large city on it. How could he have missed it? He rows across on a raft, thinking that he's saved. But before he can reach the island, it sinks into the sea, and the huge wave swamps his raft. He floats down into the water and sees the city beneath him. Beams of light glow around him. Surrounded by light, he hears the voice of Darts telling him they'll soon meet again, and he wakes to find himself lying on his raft with a boat coming to his rescue. He made the cover of newspapers and magazines around the world. Miracle Boy rejoins civilization. Akina's POV. The world I came back to was anything but civilized. My island may have been lonely, but at least it was a peaceful place to live. Unlike the outside world, there was no one on that island who could walk out on me like my family. But I have a new family now, Raphael said. Raphael, your family didn't walk out on you. They got separated from the ship sinking like the Titanic. It wasn't mankind's fault that you lost your family. It was Mother Nature's fault. I bet you didn't look for your family after you came back, did you? I asked. Why would I look for them? They clearly didn't look for me after 3 years I was on that island. They didn't care at all, Raphael said. Then how you can blame mankind for what happened to you? You didn't try to look for your family after you got back, Yami said. Exactly, I said. People are evil, but it wasn't always that way. Once, the world was perfect, Raphael said. Third POV. In the flashback, Raphael stands on the pier with his guardians. Once again, he sees the mysterious island city rise from the ocean, and hears Dart's voice saying he told Raphael they meet again, and asking if he's ready to leave his old life behind. Raphael nods, and the pathway of light forms, leading to the island. As Raphael walks down it, Dart says that together they'll rebuild civilization as it once was. Akina's POV. I don't know what lies you were told, but no good can come from his plan, Yami said. Oh, don't worry, Pharaoh. You won't be around to see how my plan turns out, Raphael said. Third POV. Rex and Weevil ride their bicycle over the cliff of the mesa beyond Yami and Raphael's duel, and plunge down the mountainside, landing at the other side of the broken bridge. They get up to watch the duel. Akina's POV. It's Yami's move. He draws and plays the magic card 5-Star Twilight, which, since he has a 5-star monster on the field, allows him to summon 5 new monsters, the 5 Kuribo brothers. The little monsters, each a different color, stand in a row, making little cree noises. My cats got coughed up scarier monsters, Raphael said. Looks can be deceiving, Yami said, and ordered his Kuribos to combine to form one big Kuriboh thing, Kuribabylon, with an attack of 15,000. Then he plays Pump Up to double Kuribabylon's attack to 3,000. Then he plays Pump Up to double Kuribabylon's attack to 3,000 and attacks. Raphael activates Rescuer from the Grave, a magic card that emerges from his graveyard. You can't play a card from your graveyard, Yami said. I just did. Rescuer from the Grave can only be activated from the graveyard, Raphael said. It repels Kuribabylon's attack, turning it back into the 5 Kuribohs. Raphael draws his 2 cards. He sets 2 cards face down, then activates the magic card Purity of the Cemetery. This card inflicts damage of 100 points each turn for every monster in Yami's graveyard, and remains in play as long as there are no monsters in Raphael's graveyard. And oh, so you know, I have no intention of playing my Seal of Orichalco's magic card, but your fate is still sealed, and you lose your soul by your own doing, Raphael said. Raphael attacks Yami's 300 attack Kuriboh with the 3,000 attack Guardian Growl. Chapter 13. Don't do it, man. Well, he played a card. Yami vs. Raphael, Part 2. Aquila's POV. Raphael attacks Yami's Kuriboh with Guardian Growl, but Yami activates the Kuriboh Star defense, and they hide safely behind the shiny star, repelling Growl's attack. I'm not too worried, because your defense is a pack of gerbils, Raphael said. For POV. Weevil says the match looks pretty even, so he doesn't think they missed anything too exciting. Rex wants to move closer, but Weevil says that unless they jump, they're stuck on the other side of the chasm. Abby's POV. So we're still driving. This map's all wrong, Duke. There's no bridge, Tristan exclaimed. Tristan? I said as I pointed to the bridge. Oh, Tristan said as it ran across a rickety suspension bridge. It looked like it was going to give out. Hurry up, Duke, Joe exclaimed. I don't want to die, I exclaimed. Duke just managed to get the car across before the bridge fell to pieces behind us. I sighed. Thank the Lord we're alive, I said. Watch it next time, Duke, Joe exclaimed. Hey, don't make me turn this car around, Duke exclaimed. Where, Duke? The bridge is gone, I exclaimed. For POV. Back at the motor home, Rebecca tells Thea she's still confused about something. At the museum, Thea said there were 2 Yugis. Thea says there's really only one Yugi, but he has another side to him, a tougher, more confident Yugi. And Thea told Rebecca that at one time there were 2 Abbeys. There was the mute shy Abbey, and then there was Aquila, who wants to protect people and make people happy. Rebecca asked, was that the same Aquila who now is a knight? Thea nodded her head. Rebecca says she likes his sweet and charming side of Yugi. Rebecca says she'll never forget the day she and Yugi met. He was such a gentleman. She never met anyone as nice as Yugi, but she supposes he needs his tougher side too. That's why he always wins. When they work together, nothing can stop them. Taya agrees that they're probably beating the pants off that biker creep right now. Akila's POV. Back at the duel, Yami draws, losing 300 points for the 3 monsters in his graveyard due to Raphael's Purity of the Cemetery magic card. His life points are down to 27,000. For POV. So Rex and Weevil are watching the duel, while Rex says this is better than Revenge of the Mummy Part 4. Akila's POV. What are we going to do? Raphael's monster is way more powerful than any of ours. Yugi thought. I have a plan, Yami thought. Yami plays Pot of Greed, which allows him to draw 2 more cards from his deck. We have a card in our deck that will turn things around, Yugi thought. But we need to draw it right now, Yami thought. Good luck, you guys, I thought. Yami draws his 2 cards and smiles. First, he activates the Kuribo Brothers effect, merging them into Kuribabylon, in order to trigger it to summon a stronger monster. Then Yami sacrifices Kuribabylon to summon Ice Princess. I smile. Wow, so they did make a card out of me, I thought. Yeah, they did the same thing with Manas and Mahads, I thought. Really? I thought. Yeah, I thought. She's too weak. My guardian Grell will crush her, Raphael said. For POV. Yugi remembers Ice Princess telling him that the Grey Beast will return, and he must be stopped before he's fully restored. They promise they'll help her, Yugi thinks. They owe it to Ice Princess and the world. Akila's POV. Then Yami brings forth the Eye of Timaeus and fuses it with Ice Princess, forming Ice Princess the Dragon Knight. Yami attacks. Even though his dragon is less powerful than Grell, he can discard 1 card of the graveyard to destroy Raphael's monster. But Raphael activates his magic card, Self-Tribute, giving up 1,000 life points to save his monster. Guardian Grell returns to the field, and Raphael down to 3,000 life points. Wow, that's commitment, I thought. Raphael really meant it when he said he'll do anything to protect his monsters. Yami thought. See, Pharaoh, unlike you, I actually care about my cards. You discard yours as soon as a better card comes along, Raphael said. I value all of my cards, Yami said. You're disrespectful like everyone else. Everyone in the world has darkness in their heart, but you're afraid to admit it. Deep down, you're evil. 10,000 years ago, people lived in paradise, but then the ancient stone showed up, the stone of Orichalcos, Raphael said, and held the amulet around his neck. The stone unlocked the darkness that was buried in the hearts of mankind. Only a few were pure. A battle broke out between good and evil, and in the end, the evil side won, Raphael said. Whoever told you that lied. The only evil is the stone around your neck, I said. Raphael laughs. The stone only shows us the truth, Raphael said. You're wrong, Yami said. How would you know? Your memories were erased. And all you have to go on, it's your night. But for all you know, she could have been brainwashed or been lying to you. How do you really know that you weren't an evil pharaoh? Raphael asked. The stone unlocked the darkness that was buried in the hearts of mankind. Only a few were pure. A battle broke out between good and evil, and in the end, the evil side won, Raphael said. Whoever told you that lied. The only evil is the stone around your neck, I said. Raphael laughed. The stone only shows us the truth, Raphael said. You're wrong, Yami said. How would you know? Your memories were erased, and all you have to go on is your night. But for all you know, she could have been brainwashed or been lying to you. How do you really know that you weren't an evil pharaoh? Raphael asked. That's a lie. I would never lie to Yami, ever. And also, you can't say anything either. You weren't even born yet. All you have to go on is what your master said. How do you know that he isn't lying to you? I asked. Akira's right, Raphael. Even though I don't remember much about my days as pharaoh, I do know that I once saved mankind, and I trusted Akira enough to become my knight, so I know she wouldn't lie to me, Yami said. The people you saved were evil, so you are too, Raphael said. So what you're saying is that Yami shouldn't have protected our people because they were evil? That evil people shouldn't be saved and be given a second chance? Dude, that's how evil people stay evil. When they're not shown love, compassion, and forgiveness. That's like throwing a poor kid in jail because she had nowhere to go and she only stole to help kids in her same position. Now that would be freaking evil, I said. You don't understand. 5,000 years before your pharaoh rule, the Orichalco stone appeared, dividing the world into two sides, the pure of heart and those ruled by darkness. The two sides faced off in the most devastating battle the world has ever seen. The battle between the two sides continues. Me and you are here to continue the fight, and I'll make sure my side wins. My side may be outnumbered, but we have two things you don't. The power of the Orichalcos and the Great Leviathan. We can capture the souls of man and offer them to the most powerful beast that ever lived. Then the world will return to the way it was, a peaceful place with a worthy leader, Raphael said. You've been brainwashed, Raphael, Yami said. Look around you, Pharaoh. If things go on as they are, soon the entire planet will be desolate as this desert, Raphael said. But wait, how are you going to repopulate the earth? I asked. What? Raphael asked. Well, if you are taking the souls of everyone on earth, who are going to birth the new generation? I mean, so far that I know of, you only got one girl on your side, Mai. And if you're going to Adam and Eve this shit, then go ahead. But know that some kids may be weird. Second of all, we're in a desert. Last time I checked, the desert is supposed to look like butt freak nowhere. I mean, sure, mankind is responsible for global warming and pollution and making animals endangered. Anyways, there are people out there who are trying their best to stop the effects of mankind. I mean, yeah, it may take forever, but at least it's not leading to taking people's souls, I said. Raphael and Yami looked at me weird. What? Oh, So he can throw shade at mankind, but I can't throw shade back? I asked. Anyways, Pharaoh, you did come back after 5,000 years to save the world by surrendering your soul, Raphael exclaimed. Okay, I'm done, I said, and threw my hands up. I agree, Akina. I'm sick of hearing about your evil plan, Raphael, Yami said. It isn't my plan. I'm carrying out the wishes of my master, who told me all about your history as the king of Egypt, ruling as an evil dictator who used the power of the Shadow Realm to control your subjects, Raphael said. Your master lied, Yami said. How do you know? You have no memory of your day as Pharaoh. How do you know? You have no memory of your days as Pharaoh, Raphael said. He was a worthy ruler, I said. Aquila's right. I'm the one who locked the dark magic away, Yami said. Your heart is dark, and I'm about to prove it, Raphael said. He draws 2 cards, sets 1 card face down, then activates Exchange, which allows them each to take 1 card from the other's hand. But they both only have 1 card, so they switch those cards. Yami gives Raphael Necromancy, a magic card that allows a player to use a monster from the other's graveyard. It was useless to Yami anyway, since Raphael has no monsters in his graveyard. Raphael gives Yami his card and walks away laughing. What is it, Yami? I asked. Yami looked at the card in shock. What is it? I asked. It's the seal of Orichalcos. I can't use this, Yami exclaimed. It's too late. The stone around your neck is already beginning to reveal your dark side, Raphael said. Yami sees that the stone is glowing and grabbed it in his fist. Oh no, I thought. You don't have to activate the card if you don't want to, but I have a feeling you will, Raphael said. It's Yami's turn. Yami, no matter what happens, you can't use that card. It's evil, I thought. Don't worry, Akina, Yami thought and draws. Raphael's Purity of the Cemetery makes Yami lose 500 life points for the 5 monsters in his graveyard, bringing him down to 22,000. Then Yami uses Ice Princess the Dragon Knight to destroy Guardian Growl again, but Raphael activates Crystal Seal, sealing the dragon in the crystal prison. What have you done? Yami asked. I didn't do anything, but there's 1 card in your hand that will free your dragon. But are you man enough to play it? Raphael asked. Please, Pharaoh, don't play the Seal of Orichalcos, Yugi thought. I understand, but it may be the only way to free Ice Princess, Yami thought. No, Yami, there has to be another way. I'm not losing you to the Orichalcos, I thought. Yami sets a monster in defense and ends his turn. I breathed a sign of relief. He didn't play the card, I thought. Third POV. Raphael knows Yami wants to use the Seal of Orichalcos. He can see it in his eyes. Aquila's POV. He plays Rod of Silence, raising back Abgarna's strain by 500 to 27,000 defense points, and it allows him to summon Guardian Kayest. Then he uses Guardian Growl to attack Yami's defense monster, which turns out to be Big Shield Garna, whose defense is 26,000 points. Big Shield Garna is destroyed. Then Raphael attacks Yami directly with Guardian Kayest, bringing him down to 12,000 life points. Yami fell to his knees. Yami, are you okay? I asked. Not for long, Mrs. Knight, because this duel is done. Whatever happens, the Pharaoh will lose on his next turn, Raphael said. Yami, I thought. Yami draws, and he loses 600 life points from Purity of the Scimitar's effect. He's down to 600. There's only one way you can win. Play the card, Raphael said. Yami, there must be another way, I thought. No, there isn't, Akina, Yami thought as he struggled to his feet. If I lose now, 2 worlds will be destroyed. I won't lose, Yami exclaimed. He plays Card of Sanctity, causing both of them to draw until they have 6 cards in their hands. Yami draws his cards. The orichalcos stone around his neck glows, and again he grabs it in his fist. I'm out of options. There's only one card in my hand that frees my dragon, so I can win the duel. I must play the Seal of Orichalcos, Yami exclaimed. Eyes closed, he held the card aloft. No, you're not. Yugi, hold on to him, I thought. On it, Yugi thought. Yugi in spirit form clung to Yami's arm. Akila's right, Pharaoh. You don't know what you're doing. The card is affecting your mind, Yugi thought. Let me go, Yami thought. No freaking way, Yami. I'm not letting you risk yours or Yugi's soul for a card that's not going to work, I thought. Akila, we're going to lose the duel, Yami thought. Dude, trust me. Ice Princess told me that the dragon and the orichalcos don't mix, I thought. No, Akila, trust me for a change. This is the only way, Yami exclaimed. He pulls his arm away from Yugi, who floated away. How come you won't just listen to me when it actually matters? It's like you don't trust me. You know what? Fine. Throw away your soul for all I care. But I swear to Ra, I'm going to protect Yugi from getting his soul captured. It's not fair for him to get his soul because you want to act like a grade A douche, I thought. Please, Pharaoh, don't play the card, Yugi thought. Yugi, don't even bother. Who knows? Maybe I was brainwashed and Yami was an evil Pharaoh, I thought. Akila, Yami thought. I looked away from him. Fine, be that way. But I'm going to win the duel with this card, Yami thought. Yami placed the seal of Orichalcos, screaming as the seal forms around his feet. Yugi's spirit form dissolved, and the seal grows to engulf the duel. I'm sorry, Yugi. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from this, I thought, as a tear rolled down my cheek. Abby's POV. Oh no, I thought, as a column of light shines into the sky, visible to Tristan, Joey, and Duke, still driving towards the duel. Is that? Tristan asked. Step on it, Duke, Joey exclaimed. Hold on, Duke said as we drove faster. Akila's POV. Now the seal of Orichalcos will reveal whether you're good or evil, Raphael said. The seal appears in Yami's forehead. The seal appears on Yami's forehead, and there's a grim look of anger on his face. I looked at Yami's face. Look at what you've done, Yami, I thought. Chapter 14. He done fucked up. Yami versus Raphael, Part 3. Akina's POV. Yami had played the Seal of Orichalcos, and it strengthened Ice Princess the Dragon Knight by 500 attack points to 41,000, freeing it from its crystal seal. But like I said, Timaeus left, leaving Ice Princess alone on the field. Raphael, what have you done with my dragon? Yami asked. It's not what I've done, it's what you've done. Maybe I should have told you this. Timaeus and the Orichalcos don't mix, Raphael said. I freaking told you so, I exclaimed. But hey, at least your dark side's been set free, Raphael said. What have I unleashed? Yami asked, as dark powers swirled around him. He shouts, then faces Raphael with a look of fury. You were a fool to hand me this card. Now when you lose, your soul will be lost for all eternity, Yami thought. Yami, why did you do this? It's like I don't recognize you anymore, I thought sadly. Yami plays the magic card, Hand Control. All he needs to do is guess the name of a card in Raphael's hand, and he can activate it. And since he gave Raphael the Necromancy card, he knows it's in Raphael's hand. He activates it, and it allows him to bring back 4 monsters from his graveyard. Big Shield Garna, Baphomet, Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts, and Kori Babylon. Next, he sacrifices Gazelle and Baphomet to summon Dark Magician. Then he separates Kori Babylon into the 5 Karibo brothers. Now my monsters feel the power of the Orichalcos, Yami said. Dark Magician held his head in pain, then looked up with a cruel smile as the Orichalcos seal appeared on his forehead, and his attack rose to 3,000. No, that was Mahat's monster. He's turning him evil, Ice thought. I know. Ice, I'm so sorry you have to see this, I thought. He's on his own. If his soul gets taken away, his soul's been taken, Ice thought. Ice? I thought. I'm serious, Akina. He didn't listen to the person that is supposed to protect him, to trust his life with, and then he turns his best friend evil. He's on his own, Ice thought. Ice, that's not really Mahat, like how that Ice Princess isn't really you, I said. What do you mean? Ice thought. Well, okay, look at it like this. You're the original. Up there, that's just a copy. I thought. Akina, you don't understand. When the seal is played, the monsters are real, Ice thought. So wait, up there is, I thought, my real body, Ice thought. Big Shield Garna's attack grows to 600, and the Karibos all rise to 800 attack points. He combines the powered up Karibos again to form Kori Babylon, which now has 45,000 attack points. Wow, so it looks like your powder puff ball is powerful, Raphael said. It's all thanks to the power of the Orichalcos, Yami thought. You're wrong. The power comes from the darkness in you, Raphael said. For POV. Yugi wakes up to find himself alone in a dark place, with the seal of Orichalcos overhead, sealing him away from Yami. Akina's POV. How could you, Pharaoh? I heard Yugi ask sadly. Yugi, are you alright? I thought. Yeah, except for the fact that the Pharaoh played the seal of Orichalcos, Yugi said sadly. Yugi, I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I should have ripped that stone off his neck myself, I said sadly. No, it's not, Akina. You tried, and that's what matters, Yugi thought. Yugi, I'm scared. It's like with every turn, Yami gets more darker. It's like I don't know him anymore, I thought. Don't worry, Kay. It'll get better. Somehow, Yugi thought. I don't care where this power came from. All that matters it's my turn now, Yami said. He attacks Guardian Grell with Kuri Babylon, destroying it and reducing Raphael's life points to 15,000. Now that you have a monster in your graveyard, your magic card, Purity of the Graveyard, is destroyed. But I'm not done yet, Yami said. He attacks with Dark Magician. Raphael activates a magic card, Eye to the Doomed, which allows him to repel Dark Magician's attack by discarding 2 of his cards. Abyss POV. So we got at the top of a mesa overlooking a duel. We jumped out of the car and ran to the edge. Yugi! Joe exclaimed. Yami! Akina! I exclaimed. Yami turned to us, but didn't talk. He has the seal on his forehead. What's the Orichalcos thing doing on Yugi's forehead? Joey asked. I don't know, but I don't like this, I said. We slid down the cliff to join Rex and Weevil at the edge of the chasm. What are you two doing here? I asked. You guys just missed the best part of the duel, Rex said. How about you guys tell us about it then? I asked, and Joey grabbed Weevil. I want to know why my best buddy has that freaky thing on his head now, Joey exclaimed. Well, maybe if you asked me nicely, Weevil said. Oh, that's it, Joey said. He was going to beat up Weevil. Me and Tristan tried to pull Joey off of Weevil. Calm down, Joey. He's just a kid, I exclaimed. A kid who needs to get his butt beat, Joey exclaimed. Then Rex got in the middle of Weevil and Joey. Okay, look. Yugi got the seal of Orichalcos from Mr. Muscles over there and activated it, Rex said. No way Yugi wouldn't do that. He knows that card is evil, Joey said. No way Yugi wouldn't do that. He knows that card's evil, Joey said. It's true, Joey, Akina said. We all looked at Akila. She looked like she was going to cry. And you let him play it? Joey exclaimed. You don't understand. I tried my freaking best to tell him not to play it, and he still played it. I told him there had to be another way to win this duel, but he didn't listen. He didn't care if that card turned him evil, or that he might lose his soul forever. And now I don't even know him anymore. With each passing turn, he becomes more and more evil, and there's nothing I can do. I'm so sorry, guys, that I failed you. I tried my best to at least protect Yugi, and I failed. I guess my best wasn't good enough, Akila said as tears rolled down her face. Akila, it wasn't your fault. We don't blame you for Yami playing that card. Don't worry. We'll get you out of this mess, I said. How? The bridge is gone, and if Yami does win, he's too far gone. He's going to be just like Mai, maybe even worse, Akila exclaimed. Kay, just calm down, okay? Trust me, we'll get you out of here, I said. Okay, Akila said. Akina's POV. Yami stood in a purple swirl of dark power, the seal of orichalcos glowing in his forehead. So how does it feel to know that all this time you've been hiding your true self? You derive your power from darkness, and you always have, Raphael said. Yami smiled. Are you jealous because the seal of orichalcos is on my side of the field now, and your soul is on the line? Maybe you should have thought twice before giving me the card, Yami said. I'm not worried. I have complete trust in my monsters, Raphael said. He draws 2 cards, then activates Monster Reborn, allowing him to take a monster from his graveyard and place it in his deck. He chooses Guardian Grell. I destroyed that monster once, and I'll do it again, Yami said. Raphael sets up card face down and activates Swords of Revealing Light to stop Yami from attacking for 3 turns. Abby's POV. If Yugi loses, I call dibs on the Dark Magician, Weevil said. Hey, show some compassion for a change and let me take the Dark Magician, Rex said. Watch it, me and Joey said at the same time. Akina's POV. Your swords mean nothing, Yami said. He sacrifices Big Shilgarna to summon Catapult Turtle. He'll use its effect to catapult the monster directly at Raphael's life points, but Raphael activates a trap card, Limit Tribute, which limits each player to sacrificing 1 monster per turn. You already sacrificed 1 to summon Catapult Turtle, so you have no choice but to end your turn, Raphael said. Fine, Yami said and ended his turn. Raphael draws 2 cards, then plays Nightmare Binding, which takes 800 attack points from Kuribamilon and adds them to Raphael's life points, and also prevents Kuribamilon from being sacrificed. With the power of orichalcos behind me, I can't be stopped, Yami said. He draws. Since Dark Magician is useless, I'll sacrifice him, Yami said, using Catapult Turtle's effect to inflict damage to Raphael equal to half of Dark Magician's attack. He didn't just, I spat. He did, I thought. Raphael's down to 800 life points. Now that Dark Magician is gone, I have to figure out which monster I want to get rid of next, Yami said. Abby's POV. That doesn't sound like the Yugi I know. Come on, pal, snap out of it, Joey said. Joey, no offense, but I got a feeling Akila already tried that. You know her being Yami's knight and all, and it didn't work, I said. Abby, we got to do something, Joey said. Like what? Like what? Akila's right. If Yami does win, he might be just like Mai, consumed by hate and darkness, and you couldn't even snap her out of it, I said. Akila's POV. So, Raphael, you're just about to lose the duel, and your soul. 1 more blast from Catapult Turtle, and it's over, Yami said. Raphael draws his 2 cards, sets 1 card face down, and ends his turn. Yami draws. I only have to destroy 1 card and the duel is done. And I choose Ice Princess, Yami said. I gasped. Oh no, he didn't, I spat. For POV. Yugi pounds helplessly on the seal of orichalcos. Pharaoh, don't do it! With the seal of orichalcos in play, the monsters on the field are real, Yugi thought. Akila's POV. Yami, please don't do it, I exclaimed, but he didn't hear me or didn't care. Go on, Yami said, and she reluctantly climbed aboard the catapult, where she was launched toward Raphael. Raphael activates Shrink, reducing Ice Prince's attack by half to 14,000. Then he only takes 700 points damage, reducing his life points to 100. I'm sorry, Ice, I thought. You may have saved yourself for now, but never escape the seal. Swords of Revealing Light has expired, so once I sacrifice one more monster, your spirit will be absorbed by the seal, trapping you forever, Yami said. Abby's POV. So now Raphael's at 100 life points to Yami's 600. It looks like Yugi's got this duel in the bag, Duke said. Nice dueling, Yugi, Tristan exclaimed. He looked at me and Joey. Guys, are you in there? Tristan asked. We're here, but we're not liking it at all, Joey said. This is bad, I said. What are you guys talking about? Yugi's winning, Tristan said. But at what cost, Tristan? I asked. Abby's right, Tristan. Yugi's been brainwashed, sacrificing his monsters right and left, and talking about power. That's not Yugi at all. That seal of Orichalcos is messing with his head, just like it did to Mai, Joey said. And look at Akina. She's been crying, and I never seen Akina cry once. And she's actually scared. Usually she's the person that will tell us that it's okay. That's why this is bad, I said. Akina's POV. I seen Yugi crying, trapped behind the seal. I'm so sorry, Yugi, I thought. Akina, how could the Pharaoh do this? Yugi thought. I don't know, Yugi. I wished I knew. I thought. We warned him, Yugi thought. And like you said, Yugi, that's all we could have done, I thought. Raphael laughed. I knew the seal would reveal the truth. This is you, Pharaoh. Wicked, greedy, and full of hate. The power of the Orichalcos reveals all. And just as I expected, you are evil, Raphael said. What are you talking about? Yami asked. Just look around the field at what you've done to your monsters. Once they were pure, but now they're evil shadow creatures, Raphael said. Yami sees the angry expressions, red eyes, and glowing zeros on the foreheads of his monsters. You deceived me, Yami exclaimed. No, you chose to play the seal of Orichalcos, even at the cost of losing Timaeus. And you lost the only person that really cared about you. Your lust for power destroyed a valuable monster and lost your greatest ally, Raphael said. Yami looked at me. Yami's POV. I looked at Akila. Her eyes looked red. Was she crying? Did I make Akila cry? I thought. Akila, I said. Save it, Pharaoh. I don't want to hear it. I told you not to play that card. And what did you do? You played it anyways. And now it's like I don't even know you anymore. I'm done with you, Pharaoh, Akila said angrily. Did she just call me Pharaoh? Oh, Ra, what have I done? I thought. Akila's POV. I looked away from Yami. I knew that it would hurt him. This could be his reality check. Raphael draws 2 cards, then plays Celestial Sword and Guardian Eros. The skies were filled with lightning as Eros appears on the field. "This is the monster I've been sensing all along," Yami exclaimed. Eros picks up the Celestial Sword and Raphael activates his effect. "My arm! I can't control it!" Yami exclaimed. "What's going on?" Joe exclaimed. Guardian Eros has the ability to remove monsters from Yami's graveyard and absorb their attack power. "Let's see who's first," Raphael said. Ice Princess card emerges from Yami's graveyard, and she gazed down on Yami sadly mixed with anger. Next, Dark Magician is pulled from the graveyard, followed by Big Shilgarna, Gazelle, and Baphomet. "You did this to your monsters by selfishly sacrificing them and letting your rage take over. So now look into the eyes of your monsters," Raphael said. The monsters glared down at him angrily. "Please forgive me for what I've done to you," Yami exclaimed. "It's too late for that, Pharaoh," Raphael said. Yami's monsters all fly into Guardian Eros' sword, which absorbs their attack power, rising Eros' attack by 10,000 points. Then Raphael attacks, destroying Yami's Goody Babylon and Catapult Turtle and the rest of his life points. The seal of Orichalcos shrinks around Yami. "No, no!" I thought. I ran up to the seal. "Ice Princess, please help him!" I exclaimed. "No way! He needs to learn a lesson, Kay. I'm sorry." Ice thought. "No!" I exclaimed. Raphael walks up to Yami. "You sealed your own fate when you played that card. Now your life force will awaken the great beast," Raphael said. Third POV. "Not if I can help it," Yugi says. With the power of the Millennium Puzzle, he'll break the seal. He pounds the point of the puzzle into the crystal of the seal, shattering it and escaping just in time to push Yami aside and let the seal take him instead. Akina's POV. Yami fell to the ground unconscious. I ran towards him. I was shaking him. "No, no, no, no! Yami, wake up, please!" I exclaimed. Raphael came closer. "Stay away from him!" I exclaimed and stood in front of Yami. "Relax," Raphael said as he held down to retrieve the seal of Orichalcos from Yami's duel desk, then took the necklace with the Orichalcos stone from Yami's neck. "I got what I need, but just for a bonus," Raphael said. He came from behind me and handcuffed my hands together. "Hey, let me go!" I exclaimed. "Not a chance, Knight. I want this to be a message to your friends that I'm coming after them next," Raphael said. Behind us, a helicopter piloted by Alistair rose over the mesa, lowering a rope ladder for Raphael, who grabbed it, carrying Yami under his arm. Alistair left the helicopter as another guy took control and grabbed me. The helicopter passed by the gang. "Hey, let go of them!" Joe exclaimed. Raphael tossed Yami at them. "You can keep him. I already have everything of his that I need," Raphael said. "Let go of Akina, you scumbags!" Abby exclaimed. "Abby, tell Yugi I'm sorry. Sorry that I couldn't protect Yami," I exclaimed. Then Alistair ripped off my necklace. "Catch!" Alistair said, and threw my necklace at Abby. She got it. Abby's POV. I grabbed Akina's necklace. "Don't worry, Kay. We'll get you back," Don't worry, Kay. We'll get you back, I thought as the helicopter flew away. Joey, Tristan, and Duke worriedly tried to wake Yugi up. Come on, dude, wake up! They took Akila! I exclaimed. Finally, he opened his eyes and begins to struggle to his feet. He still looks like Yami. Oh no, I thought. I knew Yugi would not smart that goon. So how did you do it? Joey asked, but Yami doesn't answer. Oh, Yami, please tell me that he didn't, I said. I'm afraid so, Abby, Yami said, crying. What's going on? Joey asked. He turned away from us. I didn't outsmart Raphael. Raphael succeeded. Yugi's gone, Yami said. I walked up to Yami. I showed him Akina's necklace. No, Yami said, and looked at me with shock and heart broken. I nodded my head. I'm afraid so. I'm sorry, Yami. They got her, I said. Third POV. In the temple, Darts asked the great Leviathan to accept his latest offering. In the temple wall, a carving of Yugi appears. Abby's POV. Okay, wait a minute. I don't get it. How could you be talking to us if Raphael took your soul? Joey asked. Not mine. Yuki's, Yami said. He fell to his knees. There's two Yugis, Joey, remember? There's the panda bear Yugi that wouldn't do anything stupid. Then there's that Yugi. He's the pharaoh of Egypt. That freaked out big time, I said. Okay, I kind of get it, Joey said. It's my fault that Kila's gone. And it's my fault that Yugi's gone, Yami said, crying. Yugi, come back. It should have been me, not Yugi. It's not fair. I'm so sorry, Akila. Please forgive me. I couldn't protect you. I should have listened to you, Yami exclaimed. I walked up to him. I put a hand on his shoulder. You'll be okay, Yami, I said, and offered him my hand. He took it. He opened his hand to see that I gave him Kay's necklace. Abby, Yami said, hold on to it. And Akila told me to tell you that she's sorry that she couldn't protect you, I said. I seen tears coming out of Yami again. All he did, though, was nodded his head, and he put on Akila's necklace. Wait a minute, just want to see where I am now. Hold on a moment, please. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, 15. Okay, I'm good. It's good. Chapter 15. Good girls are bad girls who haven't been caught. Third POV. Rex and Weevil pedal frantically on their bicycle after Raphael, who now has Akila still hanging from the helicopter's rope ladder, determined to get their hands on one of those Orichalcos cards. They follow the helicopter right off a cliff, nearly falling down a deep chasm, but catching the ladder below Raphael just in time. Akila's POV. I looked to see that Rex and Weevil holding on to the ladder. Rex? Weevil? I asked. You know them? Raphael asked. You can say something like that, I said. Great, Raphael said sarcastically. They sighed of relief as the helicopter carried us away. Third POV. Back at Professor Hawkins' motorhome, Thea and Rebecca are waiting worriedly for the guys to return when they see Duke's car driving up, followed by Yami on Rebecca's horse. Abby's POV. we seen Taya and Rebecca in front of the RV. Oh crap, this is going to kill Rebecca once she knows that Yugi's gone, I thought. Hey Yugi, told you Becky will win, Taya said. Rebecca ran to hug him. Yugi, Rebecca exclaimed, but stared back at the dark look on his face. Hey, what's the matter, Yugi? Rebecca asked. Yami didn't say anything. Yugi? Rebecca asked. Is everything okay? Where's Akina? I thought she went with Yugi, Taya asked. I looked at Yami. He clenched his fist. Yeah, about that. We got a problem, I said. What do you mean? Taya asked. Well, the goons got Akina, I said. What? How? Taya asked. And also, Yugi didn't win. He's gone, Tristan said. What? Taya asked. You heard me. They got him along with Akila, Tristan said. Oh my god, Abby, I'm so sorry. That's why Yugi's acting like this. But I can't believe that Yugi lost his soul. I mean, if Yugi had lost that duel, those creeps would have taken his soul with their magic car, Taya said. What's your point, Taya? Joey asked. My point? If he's lost, how could he be standing right behind me? Taya asked. Then realization hit her face. Oh my god, Taya said, shocked. Come on, Yugi, talk to me, Rebecca said. Yami had his head hanging. Rebecca, they got him, Yami said. For POV. He remembers Yugi pushing him out of the way, letting the seal of Orichalcos take his soul instead of Yami's. Abby's POV. It's all my fault, Rebecca. I'm the one who unleashed the magic that took Yugi away, Yami said. So wait, you played that card after you knew what that card does to people. If you really were a great pharaoh, you would never have done that to Yugi, Rebecca exclaimed. She pounded his chest, crying. It should have been you, not Yugi, Rebecca exclaimed. Rebecca, calm down, I said. Then Rebecca came to me. Oh, Abby, Rebecca exclaimed and cried. Shh, you'll be okay, Becca. Don't worry, we'll get Yugi back, I promise. Now go with Taya. She'll make you some hot cocoa, I said. Rebecca sniffed. Okay, Rebecca said. She went with Taya in the RV. Rebecca's right. I let everyone down, especially Akina. She warned me not to use the Orichalcos car, but I let my rage take control, and Yugi paid for my mistake, Yami said. Yami? I said. Snap out of it, man, Joey exclaimed while grabbing Yami. I saw Joey got his arm. Joey, put him down, I said. But, Joey said. Look, if anyone has a good reason to hate Yami, it's me. He made me lose the last thing I had from my favorite foster mom, and someone who cared about me like family. But if we're going to save them, we can't use violence. Hitting Yami isn't going to bring them back, and being depressed also isn't going to bring them back, I said. Joey let Yami go. So then, what's the plan? Joey asked. We use the plan me and Duke thought of. We go in Dart's lair and beat the freak out them till they release Yugi's soul and also tell us where Akila is. And beat the freak out of them till they release Yugi's soul, and also tell us where Akina is, I said. Thank you. That's what I've been saying, Duke said. Tristan started to strangle him. Stop thinking about yourself, Duke, Tristan exclaimed. Let him go, Tristan. This happened because I couldn't control my anger, and if we keep fighting amongst ourselves, the Orichalcos will destroy us, Yami said. Akina's POV. Well, good news. I'm in a helicopter. Bad news, I got no way in getting through to the others. Stupid biker goons taking my necklace and jacking it, I thought. Also, Red and Weevil are here too. They were excitedly watching out the windows as it flew over the city and landed on a helicopter pad atop a tall building. So I wonder why this secret evil club is in the middle of downtown, Rex asked. That is weird. If they wanted to be secret, why would they be in downtown? I thought. We made it inside the building. I was in the middle of Rex and Weevil. So, I don't want to be that guy, but I don't want to be that guy, but why is super organization have such a super lame hideout? So, I don't want to be that guy, but why is a super organization? Please forgive me. I'm still trying to figure out how to say it. So, I don't want to be that guy, but why is this super organization have such a super lame hideout? Rex asked. Rex, if you want to live to your next birthday, I suggest you zip it, I said. We paused before a set of tall double doors. You're about to meet the master, so don't say anything too stupid, Raphael said. They're gonna be dead, I thought. Inside there was a large hall with a domed ceiling, containing a long conference table, with suits of armor along the walls. Mission accomplished, Master Darts, Raphael said. Rex and Weevil bowed obsequiously. I just glared at him. He had long ass white hair, and he was also in a purple suit if you wanted to know. The strongest soul on earth has been captured, Raphael said. Darts turned around in his seat at the end of the table. I seen his eyes. There were two colors, like a bluish green and gold. Unfortunately, you have failed again, Darts said. What do you mean? I asked. Then Vannon came in. You see, Shayla, the soul of the pharaoh is still out there, Vannon said. A screen on the back wall shows the interior of the temple, then panned to show the engravings of the captured soul on the wall, centering it on one. No way, I said. The engraving on the wall looks like Yugi. That looks like, I thought. You see, Shayla, the soul of the pharaoh is still out there, Vannon said. A screen on the back wall shows the interior of the temple, then panned to show the engravings of the captured souls on the wall, centering in on one. No way, I said. The engraving on the wall looks like Yugi. That looks like, I thought. This is called clear case of mistaken identity, Dart said. Instead of the pharaoh, you got the soul of some kid, Vannon said. Yugi, I said. What? I was sure that I was doing the pharaoh. Did you have anything to do with this? Raphael asked me. No, I didn't, I said. She's right, Raphael. You messed up, you idiot. Both spirits inhabit the same body, and you captured the wrong one, Dart said. But still, I was dueling the Pharaoh, so the Orichalcos should have captured him, Raphael said. You're the only one to blame, Dart said, and Raphael kneels down. I'll fix this if you will let me, Raphael said. But fortunately already have. You brought me the Pharaoh's precious knight, Dart said as he went towards me. He saw that I wore handcuffs. Why is she handcuffed? Release her, Dart said. Alistair came and unlocked the handcuffs. Thanks, I said. Rex and Weevil ran up to Dart, kneeling before him. Who are these two? Dart asked. You ought to have heard of us, Rex said. They're a couple of wannabe duelists who followed us here, Raphael said. Their names are Rex and Weevil. They were world champs till my friends kicked their asses, I said. I see, Dart said. Hey, we're great duelists, Rex exclaimed. Then why did you lose to Yugi and Joey when they were first started dueling? I asked. Well, that's why we came here, to become even better. You and your friends have been making fools of us for years. Before they showed up, we ruled the duels. But now we're the butt of everyone's jokes. We want revenge, Weevil said. They flung themselves to the ground. So please, share your dueling secrets with us, Weevil said. It won't be easy. Yugi and his friends hold the power of the legendary dragons. How can you fight against cards like those? Dart asked. That's exactly why we need the Orichalcos card, Weevil exclaimed. I have to make sure you're worthy, Dart said. He gave them each a card. Hey, it's blank, Rex exclaimed. We're serious about this, Weevil exclaimed. That makes 3 of us, Dart said. He revealed 2 crystals from the Orichalcos stone. This is your test, Dart said. The crystals float in the air. All you have to do is hold the crystals in your hands, and if you're worthy, the cards will be activated. If not, you'll give up your soul to the Great Leviathan, Dart said. Rex and Weevil clutched each other in fear. Oh, look, the babies are scared, Balance said. Told you they were weak, Raphael said. Rex and Weevil let go of themselves. No, we're ready, Weevil said. Yeah, we ain't weak, Rex said. Rex and Weevil reached for the stones. Blue light streams from the stones as Rex and Weevil tried to grasp them. So you guys had to do this? I asked. More or less, Balance said. But these twerps aren't worthy, Alistair said. And if you aren't worthy, you lose your soul, I said. Yup, Balance said. Further POV. So Rex thinks maybe they should rethink this whole joining the bad guys thing. But Weevil says if he fails this test, he'll be a loser his whole life. Damn, Weevil was throwing major shade though. Akila's POV. So they struggled to reach for the stones and finally grabbed them. The seal of Orichalcos forms on their cards. No way! Those twerps passed? Alistair asked. Welcome to the family. Raphael, take them to card room while I'll talk to the knight, Dart said. As you wish, Master Dart. Come on, twerps, Raphael said, and lead them to the room. So now it's just me and Dart. So how are you, my dear? Dart asked. I'm fine, I said. I wouldn't say you looked fine when the Pharaoh played the orichalcos against your wishes, Dart said. Well, yeah, he was risking his and Yugi's soul with a card that he knew was evil, I said. And now he lost poor little Yugi. Dart said. What's your point? I asked. My point is that the Pharaoh, I don't know, didn't trust you, Dart said. He trusts me, I said. Really? Because it surely didn't look like it, Dart said. Look, what's your point? Why did your Goonies kidnap me? I asked. Because, my dear, your friends don't appreciate you, especially the Pharaoh. I want you to come on our side and become our knight, Dart said. I'll never join somebody like you. I'm not going to betray my friends, and I'm not going to betray Yami, I said. But if I recall right, didn't the Pharaoh betray you? Like when he destroyed your village, killed your parents, and made the only person you had left crazy? Dart asked. I stood there in shock. Yami didn't destroy my village and kill my parents. It was someone that worked under Yami's dad. And what happened to Bakura wasn't his fault. And yes, if you didn't figure it out by what Dart said, I came from the same village as Bakura. We were friends till the village got destroyed and our families were killed. Bakura decided to take out his anger on the Pharaoh in Egypt. Me, on the other hand, decided to keep all the sadness and anger inside, and in doing so, made Ice Princess. Ice Princess was my pent-up rage and depression. That's why I always tried to conceal it, always pretended to be happy. I used to tell myself when I was remembering what happened to my family, conceal, don't feel. And after a while, I could control it. I was living with these street performing people, making a living till I was 10. That's when Yami saw me. We were best friends. I didn't know at the time that he was Prince of Egypt till I was 14. That's the Pharaoh and Yami saw me perform. The Pharaoh took me in to be a royal entertainer. And I was for like 6 months, but I realized that I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be knight. To protect people that couldn't themselves. To protect people that couldn't protect themselves. When I started to train to be a knight, people were against it, of course, because I was a girl. Yami didn't like it either, not because I was a girl. He didn't want me to get hurt. But I became a knight and I was Yami's protector, and Egypt was better. At least I thought so. My dear, you shouldn't have to keep your feelings in, Dart said. How did you know? I asked. I know all, my child. Don't you want to avenge your family? Dart asked. Not by using evil, I said. But my dear, we don't use the seal for evil. We're just protecting the people that can't protect themselves like you value to do. I mean, really, are we any different? Dart asked. Yes, we are. Because unlike you, we don't steal people's souls, I said. But the Pharaoh had sent someone to the Shadow Realm. Does a Melvin ring a bell? Dart asked. That's different. He was destroying the well. He was hurting my friends, I said. But he still did it, Dart said. I sighed. You know it's true. The Pharaoh has darkness in his heart. He's the one who's evil now. Your other friends just don't see it yet, but you saw it. You saw the full transformation of your once close friend. But I know how to bring the light back in his heart with the help of you, Dart said. I looked up at him. How? I asked. By helping me, by being with your orichalcos. When the Pharaoh loses the duel, the bad part of him will be gone. Dart said. But wouldn't he lose his soul? I asked. Yes, but which is better, being evil forever or stopping him before he got worse? Sooner or later you may have to stop him if he continues down this path. You know this. I can see it in your eyes, Dart said. I don't know, I said, and looked down. Think of it like this. Do you want him to turn on your friends? Dart asked. No, I said. Dart held out his hand. Then join me, Aquila, and together we can stop the Pharaoh before it's too late, Dart said. I looked at his hand, then at Dart's. He makes a point. If Yami could play that card and lose Yugi, who knows what else he could be capable of, I thought. I took his hand. Okay, I'll join you, if you promise me that none of my other friends get hurt. And as soon as we get Yami, you'll release Yugi, I said. I promise, my dear. Welcome to the family, Dart said. He tapped my head and everything went black. Ice POV. I opened my eyes to see myself in Aquila's clothes. Ah, you must be Ice Princess, Aquila's other half. You've made up of Aquila's anger and sadness. Is that correct? Dart asked. What did you do to Aquila? I feel like I'm free again, and I like it, I said with a grin. Well, let's say I put Aquila in a place where she won't interfere. Take a look, Dart said. He pointed to a mirror. I made my way to the mirror to see Aquila. Oh, look how the tablets have turned, I said. Eyes? Where am I? Let me out! Aquila exclaimed. Oh, I think you're here because you made a deal with the madman. And thanks to you, I'm free, I said. Aquila glared at Dart. You tricked me, didn't you? Aquila asked. Not really, Aquila. This is the real you. 5,000 years of keeping in your anger and sadness, and over time it turned into this, Dart said, and pointed at me. Now if you excuse us, sweetie, we got business to take care of, I said. I linked my arm with Dart's. Ready to go? I asked. Let's go, Dart said. Aquila's POV. I looked as Ice and Dart walked away. Ice, get back here, I exclaimed. I looked around my surroundings. There was nothing there. There were just walls surrounding me. What have I done? I asked and crawled into a ball. Third POV. So while that mess was going on, the other evil dudes were in a room full of every Duel Master card ever produced. Here we are. Have a party, Raphael said. We've hit the mother lode, Rex exclaimed. You can take anything, but the Egyptian god cards, Valen said. What? Why? Weevil asked. Hey, if these cards aren't good enough, you can use their own decks, Alistair said. These cards are perfect, Weevil said. Ice's POV. We made our way to the room where Rex and Weevil were. Rex and Weevil, your task is to bring me the souls of the Pharaoh and his companion, Joseph Wheeler. The Orichalco sits with you, Dart said. They kneeled down. Yes, master, they said. Abby's POV. So these guys want to rule the world. No big deal. We dealt with that before, Joey said. Joey, these guys are different. They aren't just talking about wiping out all life on Earth. They're doing it, I said. We know how to stop them. We've got to go straight to the source and destroy that weapon of theirs, Joey said. You mean that weird monster zapper in the sky? Taya asked. The eye of the great beast, Yami said. Fortunately, it's after more than just monsters. It's using human souls to power itself up, Tristan said. Right, now that things got Yugi and possibly Aquila. Right now that things got Yugi and possibly Aquila. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to take action, Joey exclaimed. Joey, we can't just fight it by ourselves. We need help, Taya said. Taya, it's not that easy. Who are we going to tell? The cops? They're not going to believe anything without proof, I said. Abby's right, Taya. Those guys burned down my grandfather's laboratory and destroyed all his research, and without evidence, no one will believe our story, Rebecca said. But we have proof down in the underwater ruins, Taya said. Not anymore, Rebecca said. Rebecca showed us what she discovered on her laptop. The ruins are no longer down there, Rebecca said. So now what? I asked. Professor Hawkins came in. Don't give up, Hawkins said. Gramps, why are you up? You should be resting, Rebecca said. Who can rest with all this talking? Plus, I can help you find the information you need, Hawkins said. Have you discovered anything more about these thugs? Yami asked. There's a good chance these men are descendants of Atlantis, an ancient city that disappeared into the sea thousands of years ago without a trace, Hawkins said. If that's so, why would these people want to destroy what's left of their ancestor city? Duke asked. They must be hiding something. Those ruins reveal the history of Atlantis, and it's not a pleasant one. Thousands of years ago, Atlantis was home to the most advanced civilization the world had ever known. Everyone lived in peace until one day, a dreadful creature was called forth from the depths of the earth by an evil king, Hawkins said. Yami looked horrified. You okay? I asked. I'm fine, Yami said. The king drew his strength from a mysterious stone, and the stone drew its strength from another world, Hawkins said. It's that stone that they wore around their necks, isn't it? Joey asked. I'm not sure. That's all I was able to translate, Hawkins said. These guys are trying to cover up something about their ancient mega monster, Joey exclaimed. There was probably something in those ruins about how to destroy the monster, Duke said. Congrats, Joey. You had your first good idea for the year. Congrats, Joey. You had your first good idea of the year, Tristan said. Even though the ruins were destroyed, there are copies of the inscriptions at the museum in Florida, where I was doing his research, Hawkins said. Great! All we have to do is go there and translate the rest, Thea said. Let's head to the Sunshine State and find out the secret to defeating these guys and saving Yugi and Aquila, Joe exclaimed. Let's go, Tristan said. Guys, I don't want to be that guy, but I see a problem. How are we supposed to get there? Duke asked. I may have an idea. Just leave it to me, I said. Third POV. Meanwhile, back at Kaiba Corp, Kaiba is on the phone with an employee who's telling him that ever since these monster sightings began, their stock has been plummeting, and nearly half of their company has been bought out by some unknown investor. Kaiba thinks he knows who it is, but he tells the employee to trace those transactions immediately. He's sure they'll point straight to Pegasus. As he hangs up, Mokuba says he's not so sure it's Pegasus. Couldn't it be Alistair? He blames Kaiba Corp for what happened to his brother. If he were Alistair, Mokuba says, he'd probably blame this company too. Besides, Pegasus had his soul captured, so he can't be behind it. Kaiba says he doesn't know about all that Pegasus nonsense, but Mokuba has a good point about Alistair. Then he gets a call from Mrs. Hart. Mokuba runs to the picture phone as Kaiba says to put her through. Abby appears on the screen. Abby's POV. No freaking way. He took my call, I said. Really? Let me see. Kaiba, you there? Joey asked with his face all close up. Joey, it works better if you step back from the webcam, Mokuba said. Joey moved away. The rest of the gang came around the computer. What you want, Abby? Kaiba asked. Well, I got good news. We found some clues about these biker punks, I said. What clues? Kaiba asked. Well, you see, Kaiba, I'm not inclined to give that kind of information at this moment in time. But if you are willing to give us a lift to Florida, I'll fill you in on the way, I said. Yeah, Kaiba, these creeps defeated Yugi and took his soul, and they took Akila, Joe exclaimed. I facepalmed myself. So close, I said. Tristan grabbed Joey's face to try to stop him, but it's too late. Yugi's soul? Akila's missing? Mokuba asked. Oh, just ignore Yugi. You know him. The lights aren't always on with him. If you know what I mean, I said. It doesn't matter, Abs. Kaiba doesn't believe in all that magic stuff anyway, Tristan said. Yeah, he thinks this is a magic trick anyways. I don't know why you call him, Joey said. Oh, I don't know. Because he has a mode of transportation. A free one at that, I exclaimed. Kaiba slammed his hand on the desk and leaps up in outrage. Yugi lost? Yugi gave his Duel Monsters Championship crown to some nobody? Nobody deserves that title but me, Kaiba exclaimed. Hold on, Yami said. I won't hear another word. You're a disgrace to the game, Yugi, Kaiba said and hung up. Nice. Thanks, Joey. You made the baby mad, I said. Third POV. Mokuba asks his brother if he's okay. Kaiba says he's fine. Now he has one more reason to hunt down and destroy those thugs. Abby's POV. I sat on the chair with my arms crossed. We were so freaking close, I said. Now what? Yami said. I don't know, Yami. I was so sure that Kaiba would give us a lift. But oh no, Rich Boy had to get all up in chest about you. Losing your fucking crown. Losing your freaking crown. To a nobody, I said. Well, there's nothing we can do now. I think the professor should stay here while the rest of us grab the next flight, Joey said. They're right, Gramps. Traveling around the country is not the best thing for you right now, Rebecca said. I sighed. Duke, can you stay here and take care of the professor? I asked. Sure thing, Abs. Sure thing, Abs. You can count on me, Duke said. I'll book our flights and we can take a train to the airport. I just hope we can save Yugi before it's too late, Rebecca said. Time skip night time. I sat outside near a lake. It was right by the RV. I just couldn't sleep. I kept on thinking of Yugi and Akina. Akina, don't worry. We'll find you. And we'll get Yugi back, I thought. I saw Yami's reflection in the water. Couldn't sleep either? I asked. Yami shook his head and sat next to me. You okay? I asked. What do you think? Yami asked. Sorry, dumb question, I said. Abby, can I ask you a question? Yami asked. Sure, I said. Why aren't you mad at me? I mean, I lost someone who was like a sister to you, and someone who was your best friend, and it was my fault, Yami said. I looked at Yami. He looked sad again. Well, for one, you look truly sorry for what happened. I mean, you're not walking around being a douche and saying it wasn't my fault. I don't know what you're talking about. And saying douchey things. Second of all, it's like I said back there. What does me being mad at you accomplish? It doesn't bring back Kei, and it isn't going to bring back Yugi. Thirdly, I'm learning from Akina that if I stay mad and think too much on what happened in the past, then what use am I going to be in the future? And lastly, dude, everyone freaks out. Even ancient Egyptian pharaohs like you. And lastly, dude, everyone freaks out. Even ancient Egyptian pharaohs like you. Nobody's perfect. If that's the case, we wouldn't have hot dogs, I said. Everyone messes up. Abby, I don't think no one messed up worse than me, Yami said. Well, you know, my parents abandoned me, and I guess my brother Valen for drugs. Pegasus tried to steal souls to bring back his dead wife. And Melvin stole souls because he had freaking little mermaid syndrome. But nah, dude, you freaked up the most, I said the last part sarcastically. Yami looked at me confused. Little mermaid syndrome? Yami asked. I nodded my head. Yeah, you know the Little Mermaid. She was that one princess who had one taste of land, and bam! She wants to be with the prince who she met unconscious because he looked pretty. And then she married him after knowing him for 3 days without even talking to him, I said. Really? Yami asked. Yeah. Remember when Nijitsu was talking about how she was the worst sister ever? I was like, oh, just like the Little Mermaid, I said. Oh yeah, I just remembered that, Yami said. Look, Yami, don't worry about Yugi or Kei. We'll get Yugi back, and Kei's strong. She'll be fine, I said. Thanks, Abs, Yami said. No problem. Come on, let's go back inside. We've got a long day tomorrow, I said. I got up and offered him my hand. He nodded his head and took my hand. Chapter 16. 2 duels, 1 moving train. Weevil versus Yami, and Rex versus Joey. Abby's POV. We got to the train station. How long will the ride be? Taya asked. Too long, I said. Hey Duke, do you want to go instead of me? Taya asked. Nope, I'm good. I'll stick with Professor Hawkins in case those biker guys come back, Duke said. Hey Duke, can you keep an eye on Rebecca? Just make sure she's emotionally stable and doesn't do anything that we will do. And you know what I mean by that, I said. First flashback POV. But I want to go too. They need a brain like me to save Yugi. Please, Grandpa, Rebecca exclaimed. Rebecca is too dangerous. The Pharaoh has enough on his mind already. He lost his best friend and a part of himself. He doesn't need the responsibility of looking after you too, Hawkins said. You don't understand, Grandpa, Rebecca exclaimed. She ran crying into the motor home. Rebecca, Hawkins exclaimed. Hey guys, I left my phone in the RV. I'll be right back, Abby said. All right, just hurry up, Abs, Joey said. Abby nodded her head and ran in the RV. She saw Rebecca crying on the sofa. Abby looked at her sadly and sat down on the couch next to her. She put her hand on her back. Beck, it will be okay, Abby said. He just doesn't understand, Abby. How can he trust the Pharaoh when he was the one who took you away? Rebecca exclaimed. Rebecca looked at Abby with tears streaming down her face. Well, your grandpa just wants to protect you. He doesn't want to lose you. He loves you, Becca. Look, Beck, I promise you we'll get you back. And unlike the Pharaoh, I keep my promises. You know this, right? Abby said. Right. Abby, I know, but Rebecca said. Okay then, you stay here and I'll get you back, okay? Abby asked. Okay. Right, Abby. Right. And your grandpa just wants to protect you. He doesn't want to lose you. He loves you, Becca. Look, Beck, I promise you, we'll get you back. And unlike the Pharaoh, I keep my promises. You know this, right? Abby said. Right. Abby, I know, but Rebecca said. Okay then, you stay here and I'll get you back, okay? Abby asked. Okay, Rebecca said. Abby smiled and patted Rebecca on the head. She got up from the couch and started to walk out. Abby? Rebecca asked. Abby turned around. Yeah? Abby asked. Be careful, please, and thank you, Rebecca said. No problem, and I will, don't worry, Abby said, and walked out to the rest of the gang. Abby's POV. I saw Yami staring at the ground. I looked at him with the well face, while Taya looked at him in sympathy. Will do, Abs. You guys better get on the train, Duke said. So we grabbed our luggage and got on board. Duke waved as the train pulled out, and Joe and Tristan waved back. All right, let's hit that dining car, Joe exclaimed. All right, let's go. You want anything yummy? I asked, but Yami remained silent. Taking that as a no, I said. So I sat with Joey. Tristan sat by himself, and Thea and Yami sat together. I got myself cookies and the juice. Joey had soda and chips. I seen Thea watch Yami with a troubled look on her face. I sighed and took out my phone. Thea, it's not nice to stare, I texted. I know, Abby, but he's barely said a word all day. I've got to get him to say something, Thea texted. Well, what are you going to do? I texted. So Thea sneezed. Yami didn't do anything. Really, Thea? Cliche much? I texted. Well then, what do you suggest? Thea texted. I don't know. Talk about the view. I don't care. I don't know. Talk about the view. I don't know. I texted. Thea looked at me. I gave her the I don't know shrug slash face. She shrugged back. Oh my God, Pharaoh, look at the view. Isn't it amazing? Thea exclaimed. Still nothing. Okay, that didn't work, I texted. Now what? Thea texted. Talk about your body, I don't know, I texted. Thea looked at me again. I gave her the same look. I heard that Florida has the best beaches. Oh no, I forgot to bring my bathing suit, Thea said. Even that doesn't work. Well, I ran out of ideas, I texted. The Pharaoh must really miss Yugi. It must be like a part of himself is missing. The fun, carefree side, Thea texted. Yeah, it must be hard on him. It must be hard for him. Along with Yugi, he lost Akila. I mean, Akila was the last thing from his past life. She also was the one who told everyone that everything was going to be okay. And now that she's gone, I texted. I got one more idea. Tia texted. Pharaoh, you need to cheer up. I promise that we'll get Yugi and Akila back. But meanwhile, you can't just sit around mopping. Tia said. Sorry, Tia, Yami said. Yami got up and walked away down the aisle. Well, at least you tried, I said. I think he needs to be alone for a while, Tristan said. He's alone, that's the problem. But he'll be alright soon enough because we're going to rescue Yugi and Akila. Joe exclaimed. Yeah, Tia said. I looked to where Yami walked off. Poor guy, I thought. Yeah, we're going to get them back, I said. Yami's POV. I stood by myself between the train cars, looking out the window. How could I be so selfish? I gave in to the darkness inside my heart, and Yugi paid the price, I said. Third POV. He recalls sacrificing Ice Princess to Catapult Turtle, then facing the ranks of the angry monsters he cruelly discarded. He begged them to forgive him, but it was too late. He lost the duel and Yugi lost his soul. Yami's POV. Akila, she got kidnapped because I didn't listen to her. Why didn't I listen to her? I asked. I punched the wall of the train, then sank to the floor. I lost them forever, I said. Then I heard someone giggle. I shot my head up. Who's there? I asked. Who do you think? A voice said. It sounded like, Akila? Are you there? Where are you? I asked. I'm coming, hold on. But I'm not the girl you think I am, the voice said. She came out of thin air. It was Akila. Oh my God, Akila! I exclaimed. I ran up to hug her, but my arms went right through her. What? I asked. See, I'm not Akila. Well, not really, Akila said. What? I don't understand. If you're not Akila, then who are you? And why do you look like her? I asked. Well, you see, I am Akila. Well, in your brain / puzzle at least. I came looking like Akila because, well, just appearing as nothing could freak you out. That circle really did mess you up, huh? Akila asked. What? Why are you here? I asked. Well, since Yugi left, aka your sensible half is gone, I have to come now to be that sensible part of you, and tell you to tell you that it wasn't your fault, and hopefully get you back to your regular self. Akila said. Not my fault. Akila, voice in my head. I played the one card that sent my friends away. I knew the danger in playing the card, but I played it anyways. You can call me Akila if you want. And yeah, you messed up. Most people do. You're not perfect, Yami, and your friends know this. If your friends aren't mad about what happened, that gives you the go-ahead to get over it, Akila said. That's kind of what Abby said, I said. Well, yeah, she grew up with Akila. I'm pretty sure Akila's lessons rubbed off onto her, Akila said. Abby's POV. So Yami's not back yet. He's been gone for a while, Taya said. He's not the only one. Their car is empty of passengers except for us, Tristan said. So we're alone? Where did everyone go? Taya exclaimed. Third POV. In his temple, Darts laughs, saying that a vacant train car is the least of their problems. Abby's POV. I stood up. Well, let's go find Yummy, because let's face it, Darts is probably behind it. I said, Okay, Abs, you go find the Pharaoh while we'll check to see if we're actually alone, Joey said. I nodded my head and ran to the door that Yummy went through. I ran down the hall to the nearest door. I knocked on the door. Yummy, if you're in there, it's me, Abby. We got a problem, I said. Yummy's POV. I heard a knock on the door. Yummy, if you're in there, it's me, Abby. We got a problem, Abby said. Abby? I thought. Looks like it's important. You better open the door, Akina said. But what about you? I asked. Don't worry, I'll show up again. When you're feeling like this, at least, Akina said. I nodded my head, got up, and opened the door. Abby's POV. The door opened to a sad-looking Yummy. What's wrong? Yummy asked. Everyone on the train is gone, I said. Yummy's face turned serious. Third POV. So while Abby was filling Yummy on what happened, Joey and the others climbed the stairs to the upper level of the train, only to find that it's empty too. There's not a soul there, says Joey. There's not a soul there, says Joey, and Tristan asks if he has to say so. Abby's POV. We seen the others. They walked up to us. Something weird is going on if you haven't noticed, Joey said. Yes, Abby filled me in, Yummy said. I think this whole train ride, it's another trap, Tristan said. Yeah, probably by those same slime balls that took Yugi and Akina. They must be on board, Joey said. Yummy runs off to find them. Let's go, I said, and we all followed him. Yummy crossed to the next car, the thing that kept the train cars together, disengaged. Crap! I exclaimed. Yummy turned to see what happened. Jump! Yummy exclaimed and reached out to me. I took a breath and leaped. Joey, Taya, and Tristan are trapped in the car behind. Now what? Joey asked. Go get help, Yummy exclaimed. We got to stop this train, I exclaimed. All right, let's go, Yummy said. We turned to run when I hear, Abby, be careful. All right, let's go, Yummy said. We turned to run when I heard Joey saying, Abby, be careful, Joey exclaimed. I nodded my head. You too, I said, and continued to follow Yummy. Third POV. As their half of the train slows to a stop, Joey and Tristan jump out. They're in the middle of nowhere, Joey says, and they don't even know where the other two are going to end up. He tells them to hang in there, and Tristan says it's just him, Taya, and Joey now. Then they hear a chuckle behind them. Rex Raptor appears from inside the train, wearing one of the dark blue discs with a strange look in his eyes. He jumps down to the ground, saying he has a score to settle with Joey. He took Rex's red-eyed black dragon. Joey says this isn't the time, but Rex says it's the perfect time for revenge. Abby's POV. I found an intercom on the train. Please let someone be there, I thought. Hello? Anyone there? Anyone? I said in the intercom, but there's no answer. Great, no answer, I said. I got an idea, Yummy said. What is it? I asked. We reached the engine and Yummy runs outside. What are you doing? I asked. I have to get in there and try to stop the train, Yummy said. He began to climb a ladder to the roof of the engine. And how are you going to get in there? I asked. There might be a hatch I can use to get inside, Yummy said. Well, be careful, I said. So I guess Weevil Underwood was waiting for us. Weevil, what are you doing here? Yummy asked. I want a rematch with the King of Games, Weevil said. I peeked my head to see Weevil. And you want to do it on a fast-moving train? I said. Who put you up to this? Yummy asked. No one did. It's time to try out my new secret weapon, Weevil said. He pulled the glowing orichalco stone out of his pocket. The orichalco stone, I said. This is bad, I thought. For the POV, Rex has also just shown Joey and Tristan his orichalco stone. Tristan asked Rex where he got it, and Joey says he knew it. Joey's working for it. Rex is working for them. Abby's POV. Weevil, you've been brainwashed, Yummy said. For real, dude. What sensible person would duel on top of a fast-moving train? Someone could get hurt. Those guys are just using you, I said. Does it look like I care? As long as I have ultimate power, I'm good, Weevil said. You're wrong, Weevil, Yummy said. Tell that to someone who cares. Just duel me, Weevil said. Okay, it's time to smack some knowledge in him, I said. I climbed up to the roof of the engine. Abby, what are you doing? This is dangerous, Yummy said. Oh, and dueling on a fast-moving train isn't. Weevil, you do realize that if you go through with the duel, there's going to be a 50-50 chance of losing your soul, right? I asked. Of course I know. That's the reason I'm here, to seal the Pharaoh away. Soon the Pharaoh will be locked away with his friend Yugi, Weevil said. But if you duel him, your soul might get sucked up too. I mean, I really don't think it's worth it, I said. Where's Yugi? Tell me, Yummy exclaimed. Same place little Akila is, Weevil said. Weevil, where is she, you bug virgin? I asked. Ouch, Abby, that stung, Weevil said sarcastically. Answer her, Weevil, Yummy said. If you wanna find out, you got to duel me, Weevil said. Fine, Yummy said. For the POV, Rex activates his duel disc as well, saying he's going to enjoy this. Joey asks what Rex did with his friends, but Rex says he did nothing. Weevil's handling those two while he deals with Joey. Joey tells Rex he picked the wrong side, but Rex says he's been given more power than Joey ever dreamed of. Joey says he can do circles around Rex and tells him to get out of the way. But Rex isn't going anywhere until they duel. Reluctantly, Joey agrees, saying he'll trample this chick and then they can go find Yugi and Abby. Rex pulls out the seal of orichalcos. Joey warns him to drop the card, saying it's evil, and Rex has no idea what he's doing. But Rex slaps the card into his duel disc, and the seal forms around him and Joey, throwing Tristan outside his boundary. Rex's eyes glow red, and the seal appears in his forehead. That's what he calls power. Tristan sits up, telling Joey that now whoever loses will lose his soul. Joey didn't really need a reminder. Joey says he refuses to duel, but Rex tells him he has no choice. Abby's POV. I've improved since our last duel, Weevil said. Abby, get back in the train, Yummy said. No way, I'm not leaving you by yourself, I said. Abby, now's not the time. It's too dangerous up here, Yummy said. Oh, but it's not dangerous to duel on a fast-moving train. I'm not leaving you, I said. Akila, there's no telling what Weevil will do, Yummy said. Then I saw that realization in his face that I wasn't Akila, and then the sadness that Akina is gone. I gave them that look that I'm not leaving. Well, this is awkward, Weevil said. Weevil held up the seal of orichalcos and laughed. But what the heck? YOLO! Pharaoh, this is the card you used to lock Yugi away, Weevil said. He slots the card into his dual disk and the seal forms, knocking me off the engine. I flew through the air. I barely caught onto the roof of the car behind. Then I slid back even further, but catched onto a seam in the roof. Are you alright, Abby? Yami asked. Yeah, I'm fine. This is why you don't duel on a moving train, I exclaimed. Weevil laughed as his eyes grew red and the seal appears in his forehead. Isis POV. Darts knelt before the altar of his temple, fire reflecting in his eyes. The battles are underway, Dart said. I stood behind Dart. Raphael did too. If all goes well, the soul of the pharaoh will soon be yours, I said. But whatever the outcome, we'll still get 2 souls, Raphael said. So win-win either way, I said with a smile. Abby's POV. Weevil begins, playing Pheromone Wasp. He's boosted to 13,000 attack points by the seal of orichalcos. Then he sets 2 cards face down and ends his turn. Yami draws and summons obnoxious Celtic Guardian. I swear he better not attack with those 2 face downs on the field, I thought. Yami, don't do it, I exclaimed. But it didn't work, because Yami orders Celtic Guardian to attack. Weevil activates his trap card, Mimisus, which allows him to trade in his insect monster for another one, and he replaces it with Parasite Caterpillar. Its attack is the same as Pheromone Wasp's, but it has the ability to infect Yami's monster. Weevil laughed. You're only half the duelist you were. Is it because you lost your other half? Weevil asked. Oh, too soon, Weevil. Too soon, I said. Third POV. Back with Rex and Joey. Rex asks if Joey's going to duel or just stand there while he takes him apart. Joey doesn't like it, but he's got no choice. Still, he thinks that as much as he hates this little run, he can't let the orichalcos take him. No one deserves that. Rex says that before his turn begins, he can play a card and brings his Gillosaurus to the field. Joey protests, but Rex explains that if he has Gillosaurus in his hand, it automatically jumps to the field before he makes his move. And he's got 2. A second Gillosaurus joins the first. Next, Rex summons Scythoptera, and all 3 of his monster's attacks are raised to 19,000 by the seal. Joe is facing a formidable array of monsters before he's even had his first turn. But Joey chuckles. Rex has just had a lucky draw on his opening hand. You can't win a duel on just luck. Rex says Joey only beat him last time because he got lucky. Joey's annoyed, and even more when Tristan says Rex is right. Finally, Rex sets a card face down and ends his turn. Joey draws, thinking he only has 1 monster in his hand that can stand up to those lizards. He summons Panther Warrior in attack mode, but he can't attack unless he summons another monster first. He sets his Scapegoat magic card face down and ends his turn. Abby's POV. Atop the train, Weevil summons Pheromone Wasp again. Weevil's Pheromone Wasp is able to attack Yami directly, reducing his life points to 27,000. The Pheromone Wasp effect is activated, allowing Weevil to summon any insect monster in his deck to the field. He summons Legul, whose attack is raised to 800 points. Then I activate the magic card Insect Barrier, which protects me from attack by insect monsters, Weevil said. But Yami doesn't have any insect monsters in his deck, I said. Well, you see, sweet Abby, the Pharaoh has the Celtic Guardian. The Pharaoh's Celtic Guardian has been turned into an insect called Poison Butterfly by Parasite Caterpillar's infection. Even though it now has 27,000 attack points, it can't attack thanks to my insect barrier, Weevil said. Well then, I said. Weevil is a much stronger duelist than I remember, Yami thought. And you know now that he's been infused with the power of the Orichalcos, I thought. Well, I refuse to let Weevil stand in the way of rescuing Yugi and Aquila, Yami thought. Yami draws. Isis POV. Darts laughed. What's so funny? I asked. Well, my dear, the soul of the Pharaoh is nearly in our grasp, Dart said. Well, yeah, after all, we have the perfect bay, I said. I was looking at the carving of Yugi. Chapter 17. Poor Weevil and Rex. Yami vs. Weevil and Joey vs. Rex. Part 2. Abby's POV. The train continued to speed down the tracks as Yami and Weevil dueled atop the engine. Weevil laughed. It's the end of the line for you, Pharaoh, Weevil said. Yami's infected Celtic Guardian transformed into a cocoon. You know, I almost forgot how disgusting his bugmasters are, I said. Yami plays polymerization to fuse Gaia the Fierce Knight and Curse of Dragon to form Gaia the Dragon Champion and attacks Weevil's Legul. But Weevil activates his trap card DNA Surgery, which allows him to change every monster on the field into an insect, including Dragon Champion. And Weevil's Insect Barrier prevents insects from attacking him. Well, Yami, you may be, what did I say? Hold on, I want to change this because I don't want YouTube to report me. What word can I use? Well, Yami, you may be doomed. You may be doomed. That's how I said. Well, Yami, you may be doomed, I said. Well, thanks, Abby, for that confidence, Yami said sarcastically. Anytime, I said. But she's right. Every monster I play will become an insect. And as long as insect barrier is on the field, none of my attacks will get through, Yami thought. Hey, Yami, I said. Hey, Yami, I said. What? Yami asked. If this makes you feel any better, you beat this guy once. That means you have a better chance of doing it again, I said. But Abby, he's stronger now, Yami said. And that didn't stop you when you beat him the first time. It didn't stop you from defeating Kaiba. It didn't stop you when you beat Pegasus. And it didn't stop you from beating Merrick/Melvin. You can do this, Yami. We all believe in you, I said. Third POV. Meanwhile, down the tracks at the Joey vs. Rex duel, the score is still even at 4,000 life points each. Joey, you better have a plan, Thea said. She's right, man. You got 3 dinos breathing down your neck, Tristan said. Hey, don't even worry about it. I got this, Joey said. Really, Wheeler? You're over your head. As long as I have the seal of Orichalcos, I'll never be beaten, Rex said. Rex draws. It's showtime, Rex said, and placed polymerization to fuse Gillosaurus and Chitoptera to form Horned Saurus. Then he placed Giant Rex. Both monsters are boosted to 25,000 attack points by the seal. Horned Saurus, attack Wheeler directly, Rex said. Wait, how can you do that when Joey has a monster on the field? Thea asked. Horned Saurus' special ability allows it to bypass Joey's monster and attack directly, Rex said. Joey's down to 15,000 life points in one attack. Dude, that round is kicking your butt, Tristan said. Wow, Tristan, thanks, Joey said sarcastically. Next, Rex uses Giant Rex to destroy Joey's Panther Warrior for another 500-point hit to Joey's life points. That was your last monster, Tristan exclaimed. Hey Tristan, I think your cheerleading skills need work, Joey said. Well, he has a point though, Joey, Thea said. Not you too, Thea, Joey said. Finally, Rex attacks with Gillosaurus, but Joey activates Scapegoat to block the attack. I always hated those hairballs, Rex said as Joey laughed. Well, Rex, they always hated you too, Joey said. I thought you were a gooner. Hey man, warn me when you're going to save yourself, Tristan exclaimed. Well, I told you I had this, Joey said. Abby's POV. We're towards an overpass. Guys, overhead, 12 o'clock, I exclaimed. Weevil, look out, Yami exclaimed, and Weevil crouched down just in time to avoid being hit. Thanks for the warning, Weevil said, then continues his move, and he chuckled. Oh God, I hate that laugh, I said. Oh, you should, Abby, Weevil said. He placed Cell Division, using it to duplicate his Lego. I'm not afraid of a monster with only 800 attack points, Yami said. Oh, I'm disappointed, Pharaoh. You don't recognize a good strategy. Maybe it's because of what I heard, that without Yugi's help, you're nothing but a second-rate wannabe. As soon as I win, you'll be locked away forever with your better half, Weevil said. Well done, Weevil. That was harsh. Being with the Orichalcos gave you balls, huh? I asked. Oh, you have no idea, Abby, Weevil said. But I have to say, given all the duels I witnessed with the Orichalcos, is a 99% of you losing this duel, I said. You don't say, Weevil asked. Yup, so it's going to be a damn shame when Yami wins. You're going to lose your soul before you get the chance to feel what a winner is, I said. Well dang, Abby. Isn't that kind of harsh? Yami asked. He started it. He should have never brought Yugi into this, I said. You're going to be wrong, Abby. I'm never going to lose with all this power I have, Weevil said. Alright, I'll play this game. If you're so tough, you should show us what you got before Yami squashes you like the bug you are, I said. Then Weevil sacrifices Pheromone Wasp and Lego to summon Insect Queen. With the seal of Orichalcos, her attack rises to 27,000. In addition, her attack increases by another 200 points for every insect monster on the field. Weevil has 2 insects, and Yami has 2, so Insect Queen's total attack becomes 35,000 points. Before attacking with her, Weevil uses Legal's effect to attack Yami directly, reducing Yami's life points to 19,000. Then he sacrifices Legal so the insect queen can attack, and attacks Gaia the dragon champion, destroying it and bringing Yami's score down to 12,000. Insect Queen's attack goes down to 31,000 with 2 of the insects of the field, but then she lays an egg. You know I've forgotten how gross they are, I said. For POV, my prehistoric pets are going to well all over you, Weller, Rex said. I got more talent in my left nostril than you'll ever have, Joe exclaimed. The seal of Orichalcos is on my side, so I got more power than you and your nostrils, Rex exclaimed. Okay, I'm just gonna summon a monster now, Joe said, and summons Rocket Warrior in defense, then sets 2 cards face down. Rex, is this duel really worth that much to you? You're risking your own soul just for a change to defeat me, Joe said. I know what I'm doing. I'm earning the respect I deserve. Ever since you knocked me out of the Duelist Kingdom tournament, I've been mocked, ridiculed, and humiliated. But that ends here. I'm tired of being a loser, Rex said. Joey realizes that Rex is talking just like Mai did. He remembers Mai telling him that she traded in her soul for power, and thinks that Darts must prey on people's weakness by promising them power. Hold on, Rex, Joey said. Just shut up, Weller, Rex said. Rex draws and orders Hornet Saurus to attack. Joey activates his trap card, Magic Arm Shield, which begins to grab one of Rex's monsters to use as a defense shield. But Rex activates his own trap, Jurassic Heart, which can destroy any trap used against a dinosaur. With Magic Arm Shield destroyed, Horned Saurus continues his attack and destroys Rocket Warrior. Then Giant Rex attacks and destroys one of Joey's scapegoats. Finally, Gilasaurus attacks another scapegoat, munching it down. Joey only has 1 scapegoat left to defend him. Rex sets 1 card face down and ends his turn. You're 1 attack away from losing your soul forever, Rex exclaimed. Joey draws his Red Eyes Black Dragon, the card he won from Rex back in Duelist Kingdom. This is just what he needs. He sacrifices his scapegoat to activate his set magic card, Star Blaster, which will roll a dice, and Joey will be able to summon a monster with level stars equal to the roll plus 1. Star Blaster rolls a 6, allowing Joey to summon a 7-star monster. He summons the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Does this look familiar? Joey asked. Then he activates his trap card, Metal Morph, boosting the Red Eyes attack by 300 points to 27,000. Plus, whenever Red Eyes attacks a monster, it absorbs half that monster's attack strength. Joey attacks Horned Saurus with the Red Eyes Black Dragon, increasing the Red Eyes attack to 3950. Horned Saurus is destroyed, and Rex is down to 2550 life points. 25,050 life points. Then Joey sets 1 card face down and ends his turn. Abby's POV. My insect army is slowly infesting the playing field. In a few more turns, you'll be bug bait, Weevil said. We'll see, Yami said. Weevil, like I said, people like you never win, I said. And what, dear Abby, is a person like me? Weevil asked. You're a greedy, power-hungry worm. You're a greedy, power-hungry worm, Yami said. And what does that make you? Aren't you the one who wanted power so much that you sold out your best friend for a taste of it? During your last duel, you were determined to win at all costs. You activated the seal of Orichalcos, even though you knew you were endangering the life of someone close to you. Even your so-called knight told you it was dangerous and you ignored her. That's what I call power hungry and greedy. But now the seal of Orichalcos and its power belongs to me, Weevil said. Weevil, if you think you can win by playing your little head games, you're sorely mistaken, Yami said. Plus, Weevil, Yami can't say what you are because he played that card. He was a greedy, power-hungry son of a bitch. No offense, Yami. I mean it. It would be different if he never played the card and was talking out of his ass. And guess what, Weevil? He played the seal of Orichalcos and he still lost. So what does that say about your future? I asked. Look, I just opened him to the truth, and whether you realized it or not, Pharaoh, it's causing you... Look, I just opened him to the truth, and whether you realized it or not, Pharaoh is causing you to damn yourself. Look, I just opened him to the truth. Look, I just opened him to the truth, and whether you realized it or not, Pharaoh is causing you to damn yourself, Weevil said. Yami looked at his shaking hand and grabbed it. Weevil laughed. I'd be shaking in fear too, if I were the one who was about to lose your soul, Weevil said. Third POV. Rex, you're an endangered species now that the red-eyed black dragon is here, Joe said. You have some nerve using that card against me. That dragon was my best card until you took it away from me, Rex said. Hey, I won the card fair and square. Rex stared at his hand. You ruined my life. I used to be original Duel Monsters champion. At one time, me and Weevil were the most famous duelists in the country. We couldn't walk a block without being recognized, Rex said. Flashbacks show Rex and Weevil walking proudly down the street, surrounded by admirers asking for their autographs. Abby's POV. Soon I'll be back on top, just like I was before you defeated me in Duelist Kingdom. I'll be Weevil Underwood, the new king of games, Weevil said. Third POV flashbacks. The Rex and Weevil flashback continues outside the game arcade, where a fan stops the two duelists for their autographs. Weevil happily signs, then passes the board along to Rex. But when the boy reaches for the autograph board, Weevil snatches it away. They're not giving them away for free, Rex says. Weevil says it will cost the boy his rarest card. Startled, the boy hands over his card, then thanks them a little reluctantly as Rex and Weevil walk away laughing. Third POV. Rex stood on the field with his head bowed. Unfortunately, my fame didn't last. I became a joke. How could I lose to you? I was supposed to win the most prestigious dueling tournament ever thrown, but I was defeated by a rookie. I went in as a champion, but came out the laughing stock of the entire dueling world, Rex exclaimed. Third POV flashbacks. Flashbacks show Rex and Weevil sipping sodas together, while onlookers ridicule them, surprised that those two are actually showing their faces in public. Now flashbacks show the two boys standing in an alley in the rain. Weevil angrily throws a can at a dog and kicks a garbage can, saying that they lost everything to a couple of newcomers. No more movie premieres, no more private parties. Then they're confronted by the guy who punches them, knocking their cards to the ground. He retrieves the card they took from the boy who wanted their autographs and returned it to him. Leaving Rex and Weevil lying in the alley in the rain, the boy and his defender walk off laughing. The boy says he couldn't even give those autographs away now. Third POV. That was the lowest point of my life. Since then, it's been one bad day after another. And I owe it all to you, Joey Wheeler, Rex exclaimed. Are you done yet? I'm sick of your sob story. Get a life already, man, Joey said. That's the point. I don't have a life anymore. You took it away, and now I want it back, Rex said. Rex, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. To me, the game is about striving to be my best. It taught me to trust myself and to keep trying no matter how tough things get. Things have gotten pretty tough, but I never gave up no matter what, Joe said. Rex just pulls his hat down over his eyes. What's the matter? You can't handle the fact that Duel Monsters isn't all about fame and fortune? Joey asked, but Rex looks up, smiling cruelly. You're even more lame than I remember. I realized a long time ago that being Mr. Nice Guy gets you nowhere. That's why I decided to team up with Dart and his gang. They gave me something I could never get by playing fair. The power to get back everything you took from me, Rex exclaimed. I guess you will never learn, Joey said. Rex draws, sacrificing Gilosaurus and Giant Rex to summon Tyrant Dragon. The Seal of Orichalcos increases his attack to 34,000. They both have giant dragons now. Abby's POV. Meanwhile, the train engine came from a tunnel as Weevil and Yami's duel continued. Weevil laughed. Pharaoh, do you feel like your life is spinning out of control yet? Weevil asked. That's enough, Yami said. Remember, 2 turns have passed since my cocoon appeared on the field. It won't be long before it hatches, and when it does, you'll meet the same fate as your little friend Yugi, Weevil said. Yami draws and summons Kuribo, who sprouts antenna, and it turns into an insect. Weevil's insect queen gains another 200 attack points from having another insect on the field, increasing its attack to 35,000. Then Yami sets a card face down. Third POV. In his temple, Dart kneels before the altar, telling the great Leviathan that soon the soul of the pharaoh will be his. Abby's POV. You're about to pay the ultimate price, and I'll be the new king of games, Weevil exclaimed. Chapter 18. Too soon, man. Too soon. Yami vs. Weevil and Joey vs. Rex. Part 3. Abby's POV. The engine carrying Yami and Weevil's duel continues to speed down the tracks. This train's been rerouted. Next stop, Loserville, Weevil said. But Yami activates his track card, Natural Selection, which makes a clone of Weevil's insect queen and adds it to Yami's side of the field, then destroys the original. Weevil sacrifices the insect queen's egg to summon Armored Centipede. Its attack rises to 21,000 from the Seal of Orichalcos effect. Then he attacks Yami's Kuribo with it. Armored Centipede gains 500 attack points for every insect it destroys, and Kuribo's been turned to an insect by DNA surgery, so Armored Centipede's attack is raised to 26,000. Weevil ends his turn and Yami's clone insect queen is destroyed, since Natural Selection's effect only lasts for 1 turn. Now the only monster on Yami's side of the field is Weevil's cocoon, and it's about to hatch. Third POV. Back at Joey and Rex's duel, it's a dragon showdown. Joey, you're about to be toast, Rex said. Rex attacks with Tyrant Dragon, and the Red Eyes Black Dragon is destroyed, reducing Joey's life points to 300. I'm sorry, Red Eyes, Joey said. Don't say your goodbyes just yet, because my trap card will bring him back, Rex said. Rex activates Chain of the Underworld, reviving the red ice black dragon on Joey's side of the field by reducing its attack by 700 points to 17,000. Joey, if you lose all your life points, you'll lose your soul, Thea exclaimed. Thanks, Thea, Joey said. This was my plan all along. Tyrant Dragon can attack twice in one turn as long as my opponent has another monster on the field. And now you do, Rex said. Rex, those people you teamed up with aren't your friends and they'll turn on you, Joey said. It doesn't matter because I already have what I need, the power to annihilate you. Chain of the Underworld lets you draw one card, but it won't help, Rex said. Joey draws. Rex, don't do this. You're messing with supernatural powers you could never understand, Joey said. I know what I'm doing, Rex said. He orders Tyrant Dragon to attack and end the duel, but Joey activates his trap card, Celebration of Creation. My Tyrant Dragon is immune to trap cards, Rex said. I'm not using the trap card on your dragon. It's activated whenever a monster is summoned using a magic or trap card and ends your turn immediately. So my red ice, it's safe, Joe said. Abby's POV. Weevil, you'll never get away with this, Yami said. His card flashes with electricity as he draws it, but Weevil laughed maniacally. It's been 3 turns since I transformed your obnoxious Celtic Guardian into a cocoon. Now it's time for my secret weapon to emerge. Poison Butterfly, Weevil said. Third POV. The score at Rex and Joey's duel, it's Rex 2550 to Joey's 300. Make your move so I can finish you off for good, Rex said. I'm the one who's going to be doing the finishing off, Joey said. He draws Battle Grid, then summons Gearfry the Iron Knight. Then he plays Battle Grid and draws 2 more cards. It's time to tell you a thing or two. Every card in Duel Monsters has a story behind it, and this is one of my favorites. Once there was a warrior so powerful that every time he used his sword, the world shook. His sword caused so much devastation that he decided to do something about it. He built a suit of iron to limit his strength, and from then on, he was known as Gearfry the Iron Knight. Now the time has come to set him free, Joey said. Joey plays Release Restriction to release Gearfry's true form, Gearfry the Swordmaster. Rex laughed. You went through that whole story for this? That monster's useless, Rex said. But then Joey reveals the Claw of Hermos. On the other hand, that might help you, Rex said. Abby's POV. Weevil continues laughing like a madman. I've given you a powerful monster, but it takes 500 life points from you for every turn it stays on the field, Weevil said. You shouldn't be laughing, Yami said, and showed him the Eye of Timaeus card. He summons the dragon and tries to fuse it with Poison Butterfly, but Timaeus is destroyed and Poison Butterfly remains on the field. Oh no, I said. Timaeus has abandoned me, Yami said. Weevil shrieked with glee. The dark magic of the Orichalcos is still within you. In your last duel, you turned your back on all your monsters, and now Timaeus is returning the favor, Weevil said. Well then, karma's a bitch, I said. Yami ended his turn. Poison Butterfly's effect activates, and Yami loses 500 life points, reducing his score to 700. Okay, this is bad. If Yami loses this duel, he'll gunner and will never rescue Kei or Yugi, I thought. Weevil draws and sets 1 card face down, ending his turn. Third POV. I guess you recognize the Claw of Hermos, Joey said. Rex just grimaces, remembering the last time Joey played that card. Joey activates Hermos, combining it with the Red Ice Black Dragon to form the Red Ice Black Dragon Sword, which he equips to Gearfried the Swordmaster. Now Gearfried gains 500 attack points for every dragon on the field, along with another 1,000 attack points for a total of 41,000 points. Not only that, the Dragon Sword allows Gearfried to destroy any monster automatically, so he uses its effect to destroy Rex's Tyrant Dragon. Now Rex is wide open for attack. Joey hesitates, knowing that if he beats Rex, the Orichalcos gets his soul, but if he doesn't, he'll never save Yugi. Joey, please don't attack, Rex said. I got her, Rex, but I promise that when I save Yugi, I'll save you too, Joey said. Joey attacks with Gearfried the Swordmaster, and Rex is defeated. The seal of Orichalcos shrinks around Rex, and his soul is sucked out into a vortex in the sky. Tristan and Thea ran to Rex, trying to wake him up. It's no use, guys. The Orichalcos has him now, but I promise we'll get him back as soon as we find Pegasus, Aquila, and Yugi. First, we have to find this Darts guy, and then we'll find the others. You hear that, Darts? We're coming to get you, and we're not leaving without our friends, Joe exclaimed. Abby's POV. It's my move now, Yami said. I can't wait to deliver your soul to Darts, Weevil said. The duel's not over yet, Yami said. He summons Breaker the magical warrior. Breaker's attack rises to 19,000 when it's summoned. Weevil activates his trap card Infestation, which drains 100 attack points from each of their monsters, subtracting them from their life points. Weevil's life points go down to 38,000, but Yami's are down to 500. At the end of your turn, Poison Butterfly will take your last 500 life points and you lose the duel, Weevil said. My turn isn't over yet, Yami said. You can't win, but I'm willing to do you a favor before you lose. I have a card in my pocket I think you would like to see. It's the least I can do to repay you for ruining my life. I know where your girlfriend and your best friend are, Weevil said. Where? Tell me, Weevil, Yami exclaimed. What? No, please? Weevil asked. Weevil, Yami said. Yugi's spirit is trapped deep in the caverns of Darts' lair, and Aquila is down there too. I know how to set Yugi free and how to reach Aquila, Weevil said. Tell me how to save Yugi and where Aquila is right now, Yami exclaimed. Weevil laughed. In order to release Yugi's soul, you'll need a special card, and also on that card is directions to where Aquila's at. I got it right there, Weevil said. He took a card out of his pocket. Weevil, give me the card now, Yami said. Now that's not a nice way to ask, Weevil said. Yami started to walk towards Weevil. I'll teach you a lesson, Weevil said, and ripped the card in half. Well, Yugi's gone forever, and your last chance to knowing where Aquila is, Weevil said. No! Yami exclaimed. Oh, Weevil, I swear, if Yami doesn't beat your ass, I will, I said. Yami glared at Weevil fiercely. You're a snake, Yami said. Weevil laughed. It was just a joke. I tore up a useless bug card, Weevil said. Too soon, Weevil, too soon, I said. Yami returns to his side of the field. You'll pay for that, Yami said. Weevil's a little freaked by Yami's fury. Yeah, see, you shouldn't have done that. Now Yami's going to kick your ass, I said. Either way, there's nothing you can do, Weevil said. Yami activates Breaker's special ability. Big deal. So you can destroy a magic or trap card. Whoops, Weevil said. Yami destroys Weevil's insect barrier, and now his monsters are free to attack. Breaker's attack is reduced to 15,000 by the use of its effect. It's a small price to pay, because now I can destroy you and make you pay for that stunt you pulled, Yami said. Yami attacks Weevil's armor centipede with poison butterfly, and Weevil's life points are reduced to 47,000. Then he directs attacks with Breaker the Magical Warrior, bringing Weevil down to 22,000 life points. It was a nice try, but now your turn will end, and Poison Butterfly will take the rest of your life points, Weevil said. He dances wildly, jumping up and clicking his heels together. I win, Weevil said. I'm not done yet, Yami said. He plays the magic card, Berserker Soul, discarding his hand to draw new cards until he draws a magic or trap card. Each monster he draws allows him to attack with one of the monsters he has on the field, as long as that monster has 15,000 attack points or less, which Breaker now does. Weevil realizes that Yami's been planning this all along. Yami draws. His first card is Queen's Knight, allowing Breaker to attack and reduce Weevil's life points to 700. Then he draws Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts, allowing him to attack again. Weevil's life points are 0, but Yami doesn't stop. He draws another monster and attacks again and again. Weevil falls to his knees from the repeated attacks, the seal of Orichalcos shrinking around him. Still, Yami draws. Okay, now this has gone too far. Time to act like Aquila, I thought. I jumped up and made my way to Yami. Okay, Yami, you can stop now, I said. I grabbed Yami's hand. Let me go, Yami said. Not till you let go of that damn card, Yami. It's over. You won, and the seal of Orichalcos is gone, I said. Yami looked at me and then at the card. Yami, I swear to God, if you don't let go of that card, I'll break your arm, I said. Yami looked down and let go of the card. Panting, Yami seen Weevil kneeling on the other side of the field. On the field. Panting, Yami seen Weevil kneeling on the other side of the field, and finally his rage subsides. He looks at the card in his hand, Ice Princess. Aquila, I heard Yami whisper. It'll be okay, Yami, I said. For POV, 2 more victims appear on Dart's wall of souls. Oh, look, it's Rex and Weevil. Such a shame, I said and laughed. Yes, Ice. So many souls, so little time. The great Leviathan is growing impatient, Dart said. So what do we do? I asked. We must provide him with the power he needs to awaken, and for that, he needs the soul of the Pharaoh, Dart said. Well, don't worry, honey. We'll get it, I said. Abby's POV. Yami ran to Weevil. Where are you again, Aquila? Tell me, Yami exclaimed. Dude, it's no use. You won. So the seal of Orichalcos took him away, I said. Yami fell to his knees and stares at his empty hands. Akila's POV. So I was sitting in my mirror when I seen the train speed out of control, derailing and flying off a cliff. We need the Pharaoh alive, Dart said. I think I know who can save him, I said. She was looking at me. Yeah, Ice, I will, but I don't have my necklace, I said. Ice looked at Valen. Give it to her, I said. Are you crazy? Valen asked. Do it or the Pharaoh dies, I said. Fine, Valen said. He tossed the necklace through the mirror. I used it to save Yami and Abby. We looked now to see if anyone was alive. Abby, are you all right? Yami asked. I think, Abby said. Then Valen reached through the mirror and grabbed my necklace. Thank you, Sheila, Valen said. I sighed. You're welcome, I said. What they didn't know is that I shielded them from getting tracked by Darts and his gang. Good luck trying to find them now, I thought. For the POV, at the top of the cliff, an old man in robes looks down. I'll be finishing for now, my dear viewers, but don't you guys worry, the next part will be coming to you very soon. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notifications. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.